radio or driving to the punk rock show. Well, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. I've got nothing to do today, and you got so many things to say. Still, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. You're just another voice in the crowd, and you don't dare to say what's not allowed. You bought a new pop filter and a fancy microphone, so go enjoy yourself and leave me alone. Or driving to the punk rock show. Well, I don't wanna hear your podcast. I don't wanna hear your podcast. I've got nothing to do today, and you got so many things to say. Still, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. You're just another voice in the crowd, and you don't dare to say what's not allowed. You bought a new pop filter and fancy microphone, so go enjoy yourself and leave me alone. Go enjoy yourself and leave me alone.
Happy Friday! Welcome to Liberty Late Night. I'm Dave.
I'm Mary. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for being here.
You guys are so excited to be here. That makes us feel so good.
Like people are showing up. Like, oh my gosh!
All right, I'm having issues with float, so I'm gonna mess around with that. For a minute.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just go by memory on the names that I saw in the chat over here because I don't have, I can't just take the mouse from Dave and do the thing. So, Alan. I know I saw Alan. I saw Lyle. And now I just need the mouse back I can scroll up. Thanks.
You got Lyle.
Got Lyle's button. Gives me that. Yeah. Hey, Craig Leach.
Hey, Lyle.
Craig, how are you feeling? Hi, Keith. Hi. Nice to see you. Hello, Charles.
Hey, Craig.
Nice to see you, too. Patricia. Ahoy, ahoy. Last time you were here, you were talking about some stuff. So... any updates on that? I don't know.
I don't even know.
Hi, Andrew Avery. Welcome to Liberty Late Night.
Yeah.
Eskimo's here. Eskimo, our guest for tonight. She's in the chat. Yay. Hi, Mike. Oh, my gosh. Hi. And Christina. Yes, they're both here together at the same time. Missed you too, Christina. Hi, Matt Lacey. Happy Friday to you. Jamie Pyle. Hello. I want to say hi to Slither over on Float. He's being very patient. There was a little glitch there for a second. Thank you so much, Slither.
Lord have perspective, sir. Take a seat, gentlemen.
Dan's here. Hi, children. You gonna push Dan's button? You like to push Dan's button, don't you? Yeah. Cece, hey. Oh, hi. Nice to see you. We missed you so much. Yes. Oh, thank you. That's all Dave. This intro is dope AF.
I know you've done something.
That's all Dave. So is the bar in the back and everything.
Yeah,
so, Dunmar, hello. How is life on the other side of the world? How are you doing? Firestone, nice to see you. Hi. Yes, Craig, you were first. I was first.
Actually, Alan comes in like as soon as I set up the stream on YouTube, and he starts talking shit.
Craig's here. Craig with the K. Hi, Craig with the K. How are you? Did you push Craig's button?
I think so.
Did you?
Another
Okay.
Craig.
All right.
There's two Craigs.
Ryan Seifert.
Yeah,
Ryan,
okay.
Did you say hey, Ryan?
No, I did
Ryan
not.
Rice. Hi again. So excited to see you. Happy New Year to you. Sorry, Carl's here. You gotta. Sorry. Okay.
I did Carl.
Okay, you did Carl.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's all right. He's a patron. They get the kind of special service.
Oh, the special service. All right, Carl, how are you feeling? Also, hey, Justin. Hi, first time watching this. Awesome. Welcome to the show. That is very nice to have you here. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us.
I got to keep messing around with Float. Oh, Float is working. Okay.
Float is working now. Okay. Yes.
It should be.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So Craig was also, yes. So we got two Craigs who I think were a little bit down. YouTube doesn't count, Dave. Oh, okay. YouTube doesn't count. Yes. Okay. Doing better today. Oh, good. I'm so glad. And how's your wife feeling with all of it? Let's see. It's terrible on my side of the world. We need a black market for the worm dehorser. Yeah, you got to get those.
Okay, good.
Yep, horses out of those worms, man. Seriously, this is.
Hey, we got a ton of people here, so don't forget. Hit
I'm
the
a
like
lunatic
button.
for liberty. Well, that's awesome. That's perfect. You're in the right spot. We just like to hang out and chat.
Hit the
pretty
like
much.
If you are depressed.
Hit the like before you realize what you're watching.
Yeah, there you go. Actually able to eat.
It'll get better once Nalik's
oh
on
my
here.
gosh, and coughing up furballs.
We gotta ask her how to say her name.
Oh.
I know we probably did before. We talked to her for a little bit. And then
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it properly.
Luckily, it's been long enough that we've forgotten everything.
Luckily.
So that we can start over with you guys.
And he starts talking shit. Yep, that's you, Alan, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, thanks, Mike. Appreciate that.
You guys are so nice.
We love you guys. Seriously, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm not going to start that yet.
And hang out.
7 minutes
Okay.
before she comes on, so we should probably do the wheel.
Dave's doing the Bill Clinton.
Because you don't want to point, because that's like clubbing people. So you gotta punch at them.
So positive. She feels a lot better. Okay. So are you
Just
guys
stay
are all
positive.
taking your vitamins and stuff. So Craig with the K and I think Craig with the C was also feeling a little something. I think a lot of people are feeling a little something this time of year anyway. So
I love Alan's comments.
Quality is great. The delay is nothing, and we'll get banned super quick.
Super quick.
Super quick.
Well, if you talk like Alan.
See, well, sure, yeah. Clubbing.
Seals.
Ah.
Oh wait, you guys do that, don't you?
So, all right, yeah, are we gonna do? Did we push everybody's button? Did everybody get their button pushed that has a button? Did Dan get his button pushed?
A lunatic for liberty. Oh yeah, I think so. Dan,
Okay.
Yeah, I hit Dan.
All right, okay, just want to
I
make
hit
sure.
Dan. I did Carl.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, yeah.
Did Mike. Miss anybody? Put your hand up
All right.
if we have a button for you, and if we don't.
Oh, Mike.
How dare you?
Carl has been getting yelled at. For a couple months now about quality. You're feeling something like it's 2022.
I did push it, but you didn't see it. But I'll do it
yeah.
again.
Oh yeah, he'll push it again. It might not have been happening. Might not have been
he
happening
would
on
have.
your end.
sir. Take a seat, gentlemen.
Yes, Slider. Thank you for your patience.
He had to make his own video for his button because
Yeah, we're like
there's
Slider.
not a lot of people out there named Slider.
Yeah. Yep.
Slytheron. Slytheron.
I just call him Slider.
Slider.
He's
That's
cool
our boy
with that.
Slider.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So,
Okay, so,
we're gonna
this
spin
week-
some wheels.
Our kid picked the prize.
Yeah, he
I
did.
was down here when I was like, what are we going to get away this week? So every week we give away a prize to one of our patrons to say thank you for supporting us and encouraging us. And this week we're going to give away this Nicolas Cage color-changing mug.
Yes.
You're my national treasure. It's got flowers on it, Nicolas Cage. We thought it was cute. He loved it, so...
Who doesn't love a Nicolas Cage National Treasure reference?
So we're going to hurry up and go to the wheel because we got 5 minutes. We got to do our movie wheel too, so let's go to the wheel.
All right. So, okay, so these are the names that are left. If you've already won a prize, then your name has been taken off because I want it to be fair and everybody gets to win something. So, if you've already won, your name's been taken off. If you're new, your name's been added. And if you've increased your pledge at all, like at certain levels, you get your name on there several different times. So if you've increased your pledge, and then you get to have your name on there extra, whatever level that you're at there. So super excited. This is so much fun. I love this. How long have we been doing this? It's been like over a year now, right? That we've been doing the giveaway.
I claim these on the taxes, so it's been over a year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking every penny I can back.
Well,
taking it all back.
The government just wants it all. So
but now you can actually read the names. The list has gotten so small, you can see everybody.
Go set. Oh, yeah. It was really full. It was, so, yep.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel. The situation behind this document, do it, right?
Oh, look at it. I think that's his first weekend.
All right, Adam.
Cozen,
oh, my gosh. Or as I say, Sekelson.
I like Sekelson. Oh, Sekelson. He wins. I think it's perfect.
I think it is also perfect.
I think that's very fitting that Adam's going to get
the mug, the National Treasure Nicolas Cage mug. Yes.
All right.
Super excited.
Aaron, thank you.
Hi, Aaron. Happy New Year to you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We miss you too. That's awesome.
I know, we miss you guys.
You guys know what Float is? Float's another social media platform that actually has streaming, and there is no babysitters over there. We just do whatever we want, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And speaking of Float, every Sunday night we watch a movie at 9:30 Eastern. And that's what we're going to go to now is our movie wheel.
Movie wheel.
Go switch over to that.
Love movie night. It's so much fun.
If I do it quick enough, you won't see it.
Shameless. 50, and it's great. Dude, it's going to be like 17 degrees here tonight and tomorrow. Like, I'm making soup tomorrow because it's a soup day. It's going to be 17 degrees.
Oh, I forgot. I do have to refresh this.
All right, that's cool. So yeah, check out Float, flote.app. This is where we watch our movies on Sunday night. So give it a look-see. It's super easy to sign up. We're going to be watching a movie 9:30 Sunday. Always Eastern time. Always Eastern time. Yeah.
$10. That's like $15 less. Bitcoin has been hurting.
Oh, Adam is a national treasure. You're
I'm in
right.
for the long haul, so it's fine. All right, here we go. What do we watch this Sunday? Unless we don't like it, and then we'll spin it again.
Unless it's like really, yeah. Hello, New Hope.
Moving with
What's up?
Richard Pryor.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. I like that movie. I also, like Richard Pryor. That's gonna be funny. Yeah, good times.
New Hope. New Hoper CNG.
Yes, hello. I just said New Hope. I mean,
New Hope. Yeah, we'll just call you New Hope. That's easier.
Phil Pig, what's going on?
All right, so we're watching movies Sunday night. It's funny. You like the stairs?
Ellen,
Oh, that's too bad. We're taking them with us.
We can't. Great movie. Yeah, super excited.
Let's go back to the bar because we're running out of time.
We've acclimated fast, so 50 is frigid. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, because you guys were in Colorado, so you would know what cold is. But it happens so fast when you move, huh? Oh, my.
Oh, Alex Martin's streaming. Okay.
All right.
I'm just reading stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
God bless you, too.
Thank you.
That
New
means
Hope.
a lot.
Seriously.
But Dottie's here.
Dottie is here. She was here a little, like, we were still checking on the float stuff and everything. Yeah. So,
I saw that.
No, you're not, Alan.
Like another 8. We might get a foot here.
Wow. Yeah. We have like no snow right now. There's like nothing on the ground. It's like this teeny little bit of like white that's in between the blades of grass. Like that's it, really. But it's cold. It's getting cold. So, all right. So we have our winner for our gift wheel, and we have our movie that we're going to watch on Float Sunday night. Friday nights we're always live on all the platforms. Sunday night is Float exclusive. Come over and hang out with us. And
I'm just going to keep saying Nalik.
Cold is coming. It is,
I don't know
Matt,
if you saw
right?
It, but you're on here now. I
Snow Day 02, the second one. Snow Sunday, Monday. Yeah, and they're like, oh, we're going to go sled riding. And I'm like, is it going to be like a blizzard out? Like, I'm not even sure if I want to drive anywhere to take the kids sledding if it's going to be like a freaking blizzard outside, The freaking blizzard.
Frickin' blizzard.
63 with clear skies. Down to 57 now. Very nice. Where are we? We're at 18. 18, yeah. That's why I'm like,
we actually have the weather right there on the thing.
And I'm not wearing my flip-flops that I usually wear. So.
Oh, Erin's at 17. She's out west.
Woo! Oh my gosh, that is cold,
weird.
Erin.
What'd you do with my easy?
Yikes.
All right, we're going to make sure audio's working. You're not going to come across or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, Dave's going to do a quick check with you. Oh, there it is. Oh,
Hey,
good. I
sounds
can hear
good.
you. And I did not end up actually breaking my earbuds the other night. I thought for some reason, like David brought them upstairs and he's like, look at your earbuds. And I'm like, oh, I must have brought them over.
No, I stepped on
You
them.
know? Oh!
Yeah, they were on the
okay.
floor, so then I stepped on them. I forgot all about it. And then I saw Jane's set, and they're like busted up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, no, did I do that?
Yeah,
it's
no.
the other ones.
They
All right.
still work, though. Texas
call
weather is
controls.
weirdest. This week was 32, and today was 75, and now it's 17. That's crazy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Mexican hot cocoa.
Oh, I zoomed way in.
That's
Let me fix
okay.
that for you. You
Hello.
go ahead.
Now, I want to make sure that I'm getting...
my teeth.
I
I
want
brushed.
to make sure that we're pronouncing your name right. Can you tell us how to say your first name properly?
Nalik?
Nalik.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure.
It's just like straight through, no emphasis.
Okay.
Nalik.
I was afraid. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to just say it as if how it's spelled, and then it's going to be something like no.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
N and
it's
the
not
K
English.
and the L are silent, and yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So welcome officially to the show. You've been on before to hang out and stuff, but this is like the first time we've gotten to have you on and really like promote the show and have you as our like Friday night guest.
I know, I'm so excited. Yeah, I was doing a Friday night podcast for so long, and now we aren't doing that show anymore. So,
Okay.
now
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking when I invited you, and I'm like, oh shit, when does she podcast?
Yeah, that's why I remember you popping in on Fridays. So, all right.
Yeah.
So everybody probably knows you then as Eskimo Libertarian. They can follow your
Yes.
pages on what are you that and
She's
across
everywhere.
the board,
Yeah,
all social
Facebook,
medias.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, that's what my friends call
Twitch.
me. My mom. It's on my birth certificate.
aw.
Okay.
Nice. So how did you start out with the whole like libertarian, like
How did you find that?
Yeah.
Where you're at?
how'd you get there?
Yeah. It kind of was before the presidential election, like this most recent one. And I didn't like the Republican or the Democrat options. And so I was like, there's got to be other options. And I have voted third party in the past. And so this isn't like my first time doing it. But I really started looking into it a lot more. And I found, first I looked at Howie Hawkins. And I was like, well, I agree with some stuff, but not all of it. And then
Yeah.
I looked to Jo Jorgensen, and I was like, this aligns a lot more with what I want. So I started promoting her, and I had like a page called Mama JoJo's Freedom Memes.
Nice.
And I just made like Jo Jorgensen memes and libertarian memes. And like, I was a libertarian before that because I had tried to make a business or, start a business, and the
That'll do
whole
it.
red tape and fees and taxes, I was like, whoa. Like,
It's ridiculous,
If-
isn't it?
right? Nothing makes you a libertarian faster than starting a business.
Yeah, dealing with
Seriously.
bureaucracy.
Yeah.
So you're relatively new. You officially started with Jo Jorgensen's.
Yeah, so this was like September before the election. So September 6th, I believe, is my birthday. My birthday.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fun. That's so fun.
Yeah,
wish I
so I've been
remembered.
doing this for
I just
a
remember
year and a half.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
know it was just 2011. That was ours.
Yeah, around, yep, because it was Ron Paul 2012. Ryan Seifert wants to know real quick about the temperature where you are, so we can all feel like babies for complaining about our temperatures, because you're in Alaska.
Well, he's in Wisconsin, so it could be colder.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it actually is. We're having this warm spell, but this is like after we've had terrible, terrible storms. So right now it's above freezing, which is crazy.
Wow.
But before this, we had these crazy windstorms that was like an Arctic hurricane, pretty much, like 100-mile-per-hour winds.
Oh,
whoa.
And negative degree. Yeah, it was like negative 10, negative 15 degrees with these 100-mile-per-hour winds, and like buildings were being ripped apart. I know my husband's work, like half of the building, like this corner, all ripped apart, incling the roof.
That's
so, yeah.
terrible. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
that's wild.
I mean, a regular hurricane is terrible, but at least it's like
An
mild
Arctic
temperatures. But an
Yeah.
Arctic hurricane, that's
Yeah.
awful. Oh my gosh, that's like a nightmare for
Yeah,
me.
we didn't have power for days. Like a lot of people didn't have power for days. So we were like camping in our living room
Yeah.
with winter camping gear.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now,
Luckily,
do
you have that laying around, though.
I was
right?
going to say, do you have
yeah.
like a fireplace? I mean, or do you have some kind of extra heater that you don't have to worry about electricity?
We don't. A lot of other people do. Eventually, we did go to my grandma's because I have a little one. And
Okay.
Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it.
I was
Yeah.
like, me and my husband could have done well, but I'm like, I would rather not suffer
Sure.
through this with the little one. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to think about them, you know.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I can deal with this, but I'm sure
Yeah,
my
she's
kids
this
probably
big.
do better than me, though. Like, my nose is cold. I don't like my nose to be cold. I really don't like my nose to be cold. Yeah.
No, I was thinking,
Adrian, hi.
is there a big liberty movement in Alaska? I
Yeah.
almost feel like that would be a type of region where it's just natural. It wouldn't be like a movement. It would just be like how people are.
Exactly. A lot of very independent people up here and just kind of want to be left alone. We don't have a state sales or a state income tax,
Oh, I love that.
which is great.
Yes.
And then there are some places that don't have property taxes, which is great.
How do you
In
build
the
the
last
roads
Just go fund
funny
this.
thing.
without all those taxes?
There are no
Some
roads.
places don't even have roads, so we just deal with
there
it.
you go. But you make do.
But, you're right. And we have a lot of off-roading vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
What was I going to say? Yeah, Anchorage is very blue-ish, well,
Mhm.
comparatively to the rest of Alaska. So that's what keeps us from being very libertarian. In the last election, we had the highest percentage of people vote for Joe Jorgensen than any other state.
Oh, cool.
So-
Wow.
Yeah, which
That's
is
really
kinda
exciting.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like to live up there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, as a kid,
I always hear that you actually have financial incentives to just move out of here, and I assume your family's been there for a long time, so you didn't have to look at that. But I've heard that people get paid to go
was
live in
that a
Alaska.
thing? Yeah. Was that ever a thing? I mean, I've heard of it before.
Kind of. So some people are referring to the permanent fund dividend. And what that is we have this general fund where, so we have a mineral tax that pays into it. So pretty much if you have gold or oil or any other like mineral, even though oil isn't a mineral, it's considered a mineral by legal terms. If it's in your backyard, you can't get it. You have to pay a tax to go and get it.
Oh.
And so that goes into the general fund. There's other things too that go into the general fund. And then after that, half of it goes to the state to pay for stuff. The other half is supposed to go to the people and be like a dividend. However, our state government, they haven't been budgeting very well.
You don't
Oh,
say.
I don't know who is. yeah, right.
You're not
I
the
was
only
waiting for
one.
Bureaucracy is wasting money, losing it.
Crazy. So there's a lot of money in this little cookie jar, and they're getting sticky
Lot of
fingers and
fingers in
taking
there.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like the dividend is supposed to be far bigger than what they've been paying us. But they're like, oh, there's no money because we got to pay for our crazy projects or whatever.
Yeah, crazy projects. Yeah.
Is that real?
only-
Carl says that handguns are for sale in every store, including 7-Elevens and cash and carry rules.
Yeah, like our whatchamacallit, our grocery stores have guns, and there's
Are you-
tons of
What?
yeah.
Well, there's polar bears and shit. You
Oh
gotta.
my gosh. Holy. Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And open carry is like a thing because like it's hard to conceal carry a 44. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
have baggy enough clothes, and the
Right.
bears don't care if you're open or
Oh my
closed
gosh.
carry. So if you're out on the trails, like people have chest holsters and like open carry, and it's like a normal thing.
So like bears are a real threat there.
Oh yeah,
They're,
yeah.
they're
Like
evil. They will track you forever too, right?
it depends.
I feel like I go in Joe
If
Rogan.
it's been a hard year, if they've like been annoyed by people, tons of other things. And I don't recommend bear spray. You don't want them to get that close that you can use bear spray in
Okay.
effective range.
Yes. Yep.
So I'd rather like take care of it a little farther away. With,
Sure. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So like
I'm going to deter you from over there.
yeah. So
Exactly.
I mean, like in town, do bears just like come like try to get into homes and stores and that's
It's
what
also-
like
we
I'm
gotta picture
imagining
what town is.
Yeah, what is town? What is
Like
town.
where you, not in general, but where you live. Like, is it?
Yeah, where you are? I mean,
yeah, I'm in the
city,
Matsu
or-
Valley. Yeah, it's a very fast developing area. So when I first was growing up here, it was much more rural, but it's one of the fastest growing areas in the U.S.
check that out.
Las Vegas beats us, and that's it.
Oh wow.
And so Yeah, it's very fast growing. And it's just outside of Anchorage, like an hour north of Anchorage.
Okay.
Anchorage is our big city. But more people are leaving Anchorage because of crime and taxes, and it's impossible to live there. Go figure.
Okay,
Really?
there you are.
Don't know
Oh,
why.
okay.
Maybe we're not taxed hard enough there or something. Whatever.
Who's going out in the cold to commit crime?
Right?
It's like, you know what?
Exactly.
I'm going to bundle up and go out there.
You're wearing a ski mask. No, I'm
Yeah.
cold. I'm
I'm just
not bothering
freezing
you.
is all.
You
Yeah.
guys were masking before it was cool.
I'm not a fan of a ski mask. Like Dave has one.
Oh,
like he
yeah,
would
she
go
doesn't
out
like
and
it at all.
snow blow, and I'm like, you
No
need
foreplay,
something
no
different. No, he like tries to joke around, but I'm like, no. I don't know. It just weirds me out. I don't like it.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
don't
could
like
work.
it.
There it is. You're somewhere down,
Oh, okay.
down south there.
Yeah, I'm in like the Wasilla Palmer area. So that's like South Central is what they call it.
South
Central region.
South
South
Central AK, yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm a Southern Eskimo.
Oh my gosh, I love that. How is this where you grew up then in this area here, or was it somewhere else? Okay,
Yep.
Dude, Russia
So there
really
was,
is right there.
Russia really is right there. Dave's looking at a map right now.
Yeah, if you look at Little Diomede and Big Diomede, one island is Russia, one island is the U.S., and they're like 2 miles apart.
Oh, yep, there they are.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can literally
I'm-
wake up, go out to your porch, and be
browser?
like,
No, that's
"Hi,
Prize.
Russia,"
Wow.
or "Privyet."
I've never.
Sarah
I've
Palin
never,
wasn't lying.
I,
Yeah, that's
I've
right there.
never known. Okay. Oh, I can see Russia from my house.
Yeah, not from where I am, but where they are.
Yeah. Okay, so Craig Leach wants to know, are you from the town Jewel was from? Was Jewel from the singer?
No, Jewel is from Soldotna, I think, or Sitka.
I
I
didn't know
can't
she-
remember. She's from farther south than me.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know she's Alaskan, but I can see
I
it.
love Jewel.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, she's
She seems like a different kind of country.
I like her, yeah. Wait, where are we now? Oh, is that still Alaska?
Yeah.
Okay.
here's-
Now, I've
I
heard
think.
weird things that like Alaska's way bigger than it actually is like on a map. Is that true? Like on the map they say like it's like
Oh, I
the
got
size of
lost here.
Texas or bigger than Texas.
Oh, it is
or-
huge. Look at that.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay, maybe I'm
We're
looking at the
learning
wrong
things.
map. Sorry. My
Yeah,
map at
you can cut
home.
Alaska
'cause it's-
into 3 sections, and we would be like, if you divide Alaska 3 times,
You can see the
or into
line
3
there.
sections, it would be the first, second, and third largest states, and then Texas would be 4th.
It's like half
Holy
the size of the
Oh
continental.
my
Like,
gosh! I didn't even know that.
2/3 the
What am
size
I
of the
looking at?
continental.
oh my gosh.
What am I? My map is awful. What the heck?
We just don't look at maps.
Well,
Well,
no,
no, because
we
when you
have-
get to
we
the
have this
globe, it
huge
gets all
map, like,
smushed up
yeah,
at
and
the
we
top,
have a
I
huge
think.
map upstairs on the wall for the kids, and we're doing states and capitals and all that, and no, they did not do it justice.
No, we're huge. We're
Yeah.
massive. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Alaska's bigger than any 2 of Bernie's
Yeah.
houses.
Hi, Erin. Hi, Laura.
Yes, we are way bigger than Bernie's house.
Oh,
Houses.
so what your path on the libertarian, route here? You about a year and a half ago, you started up, following Joe, and then where did it take a turn that you said, like, I'm going to get real active. I'm going to get out there and start doing stuff, and then now you have
Like you went right to memes right away. That seemed to take off.
yes.
Yeah, and what's funny is the very first meme I ever made to promote like Joe Jorgensen, that meme has been the most successful meme I have ever done. Like,
Nice.
It's been shared thousands and thousands of times. I've never had a meme be more successful, so I've just been chasing that high, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It is. It's
Had one
But
of those,
so I was making these memes promoting stuff. I realized I was changing minds and using humor, and it was kind of fun. And then in April of last year, I went to the Gold Rush event, and I was here in Alaska. Spike Cohen was there. A bunch of
dude.
other folks that are involved in the Liberty movement were there, and they were teaching about being a candidate, what it is involved in being a candidate, and how you can prepare if you do want to run. And I realized I need to be a lot more action and not so much lol, libertarianism. It's funny, So,
there's enough
And
of
I
that
have
going
done-
around.
right? And I have done a lot of community service before all of this. Like even before I was involved in politics, I was averaging like 20 hours a week of community service. So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
So I
So,
just decided to tie that in all together.
yeah. No, that's fantastic because, like Alan he talks about that a lot too,
Community.
like
It's all about community.
I mean, you want to maybe go, bigger, and a lot of people focus on, president and stuff, but Alan's really
Really,
like,
it shouldn't matter.
If
If we could
home.
get
And
our
Spike, too,
communities
like,
right, it wouldn't matter who's president.
yeah, in the community, we're Tasha's husband, right? That you do in your community what you can, and then that's real effectiveness.
Yeah. That
right
affects
there.
your life
Yeah.
immediately.
So what kind of what are you doing then? With volunteer work and stuff. What are you into certain type? Like helping animals or helping families or what is it? Soup kitchen type deal or all of it?
So I used to live in Wisconsin, actually. I was in central Wisconsin, the Wausau area. And I was a volunteer coach for the rugby program there. And I even started up a girls rugby program because the school refused to have a girls rugby team. They would only have a boys team. And I was like, oh, no, that goes against Title IX. I fought against it. They were just not budging. And I was like, screw it. I'll start my own club. And so went through the whole process, started a club, took classes on how to coach, and got a lot more girls involved.
Wow.
And we made a big impact.
Wow.
Yeah, most of these girls weren't allowed into sports, either from grades or, like parent politics and other stuff. So I was like, they need to be active.
Yeah.
I don't believe in taking away sports from someone. I believe it helps them become more responsible. And these ladies, they led a healthier lives. Their grades improved. Parents were like, thank you so much for letting them continue into sports, because so many of these kids, they like the school referred them to as problem children and degenerates, and they said those words to me. I'm like, you do not describe a child like that. And so that is you guys failing.
Yeah.
So I stepped in. And that was one of the big things. And then I also helped with like disaster relief in like the UP when they had these flash floods happen, and like the whole towns of Hancock and Houghton were destroyed. So my husband and I got a whole bunch of material together from our neighbors, and we donated water and food. And then we were up there for multiple weekends, sleeping in a tent and then digging people's basements out and anything we could find to help. And lately, now I help with Kids Cupboard. I raised money for them. Just 2 weeks ago, we were able to raise just shy of $500 for Kids Cupboard, and they feed hungry children here in Alaska. So anytime there's a need, I just like, hey, I can fill that need.
Yeah.
And you did that through your page.
Yeah, I did that through my page. I had the fundraiser there, and then I went to the events, encourage people in the community to go to them. We donate our own money as well. And we're like, I also went and talked to state legislators that represent our area. And I was like, hey, we have this issue of children that aren't being fed. I mean, 44% of school-age children in our area are food insecure. They qualify for reduced or free lunch. This is a big issue that we are not looking at. And so I spoke with them, and hopefully we're getting red tape removed, because Kids Cupboard has to pay a bunch of money to, with government and whatnot.
Yeah.
I believe it's USDA, like red tape at the state and federal level. And it's like, that's less food for children.
Yeah.
So
why?
Yeah, I saw that. You
That's
had that as like a
annoying.
pin post or something on your
Yeah.
page. I was looking through that.
It's more than annoying. It's actually like enraging that they have to. They're raising this to feed children, then they have to pay the government, which takes
Everybody's got their
food out of the
fingers.
kids' mouths.
right.
Do you think you'll ever run for any kind of office type thing? Like
You
start
seem
your
like you're
community
more than
and-
happy to get involved.
But do you want to make it
It's-
more political or keep it hands on, just in the community without all that extra?
I won't say no, but I am not running in this election cycle.
Okay.
There was actually this opportunity where we figured I might run for a certain position, but it turns out I'm not old enough.
Oh,
So-
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was approached to see if I would run for the lieutenant governor position.
Oh, wow.
And after looking at it, I was like, guys, I'm not 30. You have to be 30 years old by the time you're elected or older.
Oh, that's dumb.
And I'm like, I'm not 30. And they're like, oh, we thought you were. And I'm like, do I look 30?
You're kind of hard to pin down. You could be 12. You could be 40.
No.
Well, I started at 12. So.
No,
Yeah.
it's weird that they have age ranges, but they never top it. They never cap them out. Like, well, once you know,
like for the presidency,
Right?
the presidency, you got to be like 50. But if you're 60, you're too old, unless you're Joe Biden. But if you're Ron Paul, you're way too old.
Yeah, right.
Or Donald Trump or any other the 70-year-olds that they've been bringing.
By
in
the
lately.
way, you don't look 40 at all. You don't look in your 30s. So he's just.
Oh, thank you.
Mary's the
Yeah,
people
it was
person.
something we never even thought about, though. It's crazy. Oh, I'm not 30. Like, I stopped caring what my age was after I turned 21 and I was old enough to drink. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know there were more age restrictions I had to follow.
Yeah. Like, wow. Okay. So that might be something that you might look into then in the future.
Slyther's in Canada and trying to figure out how U.S. and Canada or Alaska can work together to annex Canada. He wants out. He either wants out or he wants annexed.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's not much better being American, but it's a little bit better.
Yeah, I know they have really bad gun laws in British Columbia, and they recently have these laws where you can't shoot bears and you can't hunt them, but they hire these guides for tens of thousands of dollars to go and shoot the problem bears instead of having selling licenses to have bear hunting there. It's really crazy.
Oh my gosh, British Columbia. I'm looking at where that is, and you're not allowed to have a gun there. How do you? It looks like nature would.
The gun laws
in that area.
The gun laws are awful, and you can't shoot the bears, you get in trouble. And
so if the bear's coming at you, you just have to be like,
I'm sorry, I'm living.
Yeah.
Can they still wrestle bears?
Can you wrestle a bear? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Crazy stuff.
That's
Right?
I can't imagine not being allowed to, protect, So wildlife, how often do you come in contact with, things that maybe are a little
Extreme wildlife.
Extreme,
It's not Australia, but
yeah,
it's something.
Can you stab bears?
We had a lot of questions coming through.
Hi, Sonny.
Just not allowed to shoot them.
I haven't attempted to stab a bear. No.
Yeah.
That'd be
Maybe during my campaign, I'll try.
Mace it first, and then get the bear spray, and then a bunch of little stabs. Bunch of tiny stabs.
But we do see moose on a regular basis. Moose are pretty intense. A lot of people don't realize they will attack you. They are large too. They are massive creatures. I have seen bears. When we go out hiking, we have binoculars and spotting scopes, and we do see bears where we go. Just recently, there's a neighborhood near my mom's, and they saw bear tracks in the yard. And I mean, they were massive tracks.
Oh my gosh.
So it's that's a good one.
Yeah, out of my parents, you might see a brown bear. That's the little baby bear. Compared to the other bears, but it's still a bear. There's a bear out here.
Craig said he said I had to use bear spray recently. Next time I'm using a pistol. Craig goes out walking all the time.
Hiking,
He goes hiking all the time with his puppy dog. Elk will get you too.
Oh yeah,
so.
and we got the moosin up in the New England area.
The moosin.
Those things are big as a freaking.
They are.
Truck.
They're
I don't. It's I want to see a moose. No, I don't want to see a moose.
I know. I thought I wanted to see a moose. We were in Vermont. I'm like, I want to see a moose.
Roll your car.
No, I don't want to see a moose. I don't.
From a distance.
And they can run. They can really run.
Oh yeah,
too.
they can haul.
Gallop. Yeah. Yep. Mm.
Oh, sorry, Sonny. Meese.
What? Oh,
Meese,
not moosin'. Okay. Bears hate mayonnaise. Yeah. Apparently, slather your butt. Okay, so that's an inside joke that we have here about mayonnaise. So we like to talk to people about mayonnaise.
What's the attitude towards mayonnaise in Alaska?
How do you feel about mayonnaise?
I eat bear with mayonnaise in a sandwich.
Oh my gosh!
Pulled bear and mayonnaise.
You've eaten bear?
Yes.
Of course, yeah, because they eat bear. I've never actually heard of anybody eating bear, but I know that people hunt bears, so obviously they eat it.
Hey, butterfly, hi.
Yeah, we'll eat them. We have a couple of bears
over.
on my couch right now, too, if you want me to go grab one.
Oh, my gosh. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, please.
Well, I'm going to work that through my mind, but
Oh,
while I'm doing that,
my
you go ahead and get it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Whoa.
That's a
Oh,
little
my
guy.
gosh. It's a bear. And its paws. Oh, my gosh. That's so wild.
Bears are
Right, but you try to befriend a raccoon and he just ate all your food. So, Katie wants to know if bear meat is good. What's it
you're
like?
talking about
I
like
mean,
pulled bear, pulled pork, like
yeah, like a
Yeah, they
Like-
do taste similar to pork. Like the consistency and the taste is very similar, I would say.
okay.
I actually feel very sick when I have pig, but when I have bears, I don't feel sick at all.
Oh.
So I don't eat any pig.
Oh, okay. So do they have bear bacon?
bear bacon.
Bear bacon.
Never made bacon, but we've made like sausage and pulled bear with like some barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
I think what else we do.
Tender?
Yeah,
Is it tender? Is it tough? Does it have that
If
like
you cook it
gamey
right.
type thing? Okay, all
So
right.
I'm going to set up like a self-addressed prepaid, like with the dry ice.
Dry
and we're gonna
ice.
send it up there and get some
yeah,
bear.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Do you pig out on bear? That's what Cece's so punny.
Yes, I pig out on bear.
Oh gosh. I feel like I hear my kids making noise.
I told him
I know.
we have a guest, and if I have to go up there, I'm going to freak out.
I know that you understand because you have a little
child,
one at
yeah.
home, so you know what like.
They put up with a lot. Like it must be weird growing up with parents who like stream like 3 times a week. But
Yeah, I make sure when I do all this sort of stuff too, I try to include my daughter and like we go volunteer together, even though she's like a little toddler.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't try to stream or promote her face at all. I try to even pictures.
Yeah,
I make
yeah.
sure,
Sure.
if anything, they see the backside of their head and that's it. But yeah,
Well,
I do
12-year-old's
show her.
Our 12-year-old's like, let me on. I want to promote my channel. Please subscribe. Because it seems like every kid has a YouTube, and they're all fighting over subscribers. I'm like, there's like 1 billion people.
Don't microwave anything. Justin says don't microwave anything. So I definitely don't want to microwave bear if I get bear. I'm joking. I wouldn't. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Microwave any meat except for pre-cooked bacon.
Yeah, no, don't microwave.
Or please says you can microwave anything.
I don't microwave meat though. Hey, Lena, how are you? Lena Wang's here in the chat too. Okay, so what other? Now I would say like bear is something I'd never even thought about. I mean, obviously people would eat it, right? I mean, there's all those rugs around. What are they
Yeah.
going to do with the
They
rest of the
hunt
bear?
bear, yeah.
You know, yeah. So what are some other
Right.
things up there that maybe?
Oh wait, like seal and stuff. Like we talked about clubbing
Yeah.
earlier.
Okay. Oh,
And
the
not just
going
like
clubbing.
clubbing.
Sunny makers.
Yeah, we don't club them, we shoot them. But yes, that's more of a Canadian thing.
Oh, okay.
For real though. I have like 5 other animals I could go grab right now.
Wow, any-
No, we
Show and tell if you want to. I mean, if you want to,
Yeah, we're down for it.
people, we love this, and our friends and stuff hanging out with us love it also. So, but no pressure if you don't want to. But
yeah. So bear caribou is really good.
Okay.
We eat a lot of caribou.
Oh, wow.
I imagine
okay.
that'd be like deer. Like we have whitetail here.
Yeah,
And that-
caribou. I also love the heart of any animal. The heart
Okay.
is my favorite cut. And on a caribou, it's like the size of a basketball, I swear. It's
Oh my-
massive.
It's a big
Wow.
animal.
It's crazy. Yeah, we cut into it and we're just like, oh my God. Like,
What's it like inside? Because I feel like, I mean,
Inside
it's in the heart. You cut into it. I mean, like.
oh,
I
there's
don't know.
valves and like big arteries, so you'll get parts where you can like see all the arteries and stuff. But for the most part, the meat part that we're eating, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a really great texture. I love it, and I feel great after I eat it. And we just slice it up, put it onto like a cast iron skillet, and throw some butter, maybe some salt and pepper, and just like fry it up that
Dave's
way.
like
And
drooling. Are you drooling? Are you
Little
gonna eat it?
yeah,
I just had a
oh my
sandwich for
God.
dinner. I'm like, ready to take down an elk.
But it's
my
so good. And then after that, we leave all the juices and stuff in there and like scramble eggs in there and throw in some onions and peppers and
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So
Yeah.
that actually I've never, I don't think I've ever eaten like, this is going to sound so bad. Where's my carwood? I'm going to say it. I don't think I've ever eaten an organ. But someone's going to take that the wrong
I
way.
know for a fact that's not true.
But you know, from an animal inside.
No, I'm an adventure eater. Like my dad would always cook up all this stuff on Thanksgiving, like the whole
Yeah.
bag of stuff. You just
Oh,
throw that
yeah.
in there and give that a try. Like, yeah, it's kind of coppery. You know?
Yeah, it depends on how you prepare it. My husband's really good at preparing. He's an amazing cook.
Oh, that's great.
So he cooks it up really nice, and the organ meat, so like the heart and the liver, I just feel so healthy. I'm like, Joe Rogan. Yeah, these are major Joe Rogan vibes.
Oh, good. You can see the comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Sunny.
I've also had tongue.
You guys are eating elk.
But the big part, like, big reason we do all this too is we use every part of the animal. And it's very important to us. We have massive respect for the wilderness up here. Some of the stuff I advocate for is like the environmentalism side of libertarianism, which a lot of people don't associate libertarianism with environmentalism.
But somebody needs to keep an eye on those bastards.
Those
And we don't want it to be the government.
No,
so
we don't.
somebody has to.
Right?
Yeah.
So I expose corruption within the government, especially with like trawl fishing. The fishing industry in Alaska is like destroying our waters, but the government has put a stamp on these products saying that this is ethically sourced salmon or trout or pollock. Pollock is the big one.
Okay.
And it's like, it's not though. So that's another thing I advocate for.
How are they just saying like this is ethically done?
What does
but
that
it's
mean?
Not ethically done. Because they're the government, they can just be like, oh, we put that sticker on there.
It's like, oh, it's got the FDA. Oh, this is worthless. Like,
So what is happening? What they're doing? The process of it all is just they're
damaging.
Yeah, like damaging like the environment or like just being like meanies to the animals. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Meanies to
well,
animals.
meanies
Yeah,
like
good question.
Every
Like, very
fish
good
they
question.
slap in the head.
the
before they-
chickens. I'm saying like chickens raised on a farm where they can go out in the
Verbally
grass.
abusive.
Yeah, like you little.
emotionally.
No. So what they're doing is called trawl fishing, and what it is they use these nets, and these nets are massive, like Alaska massive.
Oh.
So you could easily fit a 747 into these nets. They're
Wow.
massive.
What?
Yeah. And so they drag it along the ocean floor, and so they have these things in place to minimize bycatch, like having cameras and stuff. That's what they're saying that they have. But bycatch is what they catch in the nets that isn't what they're permitted to catch, and then they throw back overboard, but everything dies in the net. So if they like catch a whole bunch of salmon, but they're out there for pollock, the salmon has to be thrown back overboard, and
Who has time for that?
it's all dead.
But it's
Yeah.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah. It's awful. And they don't just catch like other fish that aren't in season. They'll catch like immature fish, so like baby, adolescent, like fish that aren't ready yet. And then they'll also catch like whales and seals.
I was gonna say wheel.
And
Whoa.
yeah, they will
Whoa.
catch whales into these nets, and the whales die.
And yeah, just dead. Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
they toss it back out, so it's fine. It'll do it.
Wait, no. What? What?
Exactly. Yeah, and this is I'm trying to remember what the official weight is, but it's millions and millions of pounds of bycatch are being thrown into the ocean every year.
See, and that's what we like as libertarians, we think, oh, the market will fix it. You know, the
turtles.
market's going to come through. It's going to say that's bad to do that. That's bad practice to kill all these other things. But a lot of these people are just in the moment. They're just like, I'm going to get what I'm going to get
I'm
right
here
now.
for this. Yeah.
Well, it has a government stamp that says ethically sourced too, so it puts you at ease.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's fair trade. It's all up and up.
but I don't know. The government stamp hasn't made me feel comfortable
No.
for a long time.
It makes me suspect.
I'm just like,
Somebody paid for that.
Exactly.
yeah, like I don't feel like that's I'd rather it be a non-government
So in your mind,
entity.
how do we handle this as a private enterprise?
Yeah, as a private enterprise, what would that look like?
So right now what they have is called the North Council is what they call it. It's like this long acronym, but it's pretty much the North Council. And it's people elected there or like elected officials put people into that council. So it's people that benefit from calling everything ethically sourced. So, and they're the ones that are setting the rules and being like, nope, we're allowed this much bycatch a year. And then they pull these really shady maneuvers that allow so much bycatch and like, it's ethically sourced. And people are like, no, it's not. But you have to be friends with people to get that. So some ideas I've thought of is having like private companies that allow you to use that stamp. They already do this where like other industries, you're allowed to use a stamp that's like saying ethically sourced. And if you see that one, you know that company is very good at saying that something is ethically sourced or organic or what have you. There's a lot more accountability by going that route than what they're doing because we're using elected officials and officials that are elected that benefit from this and putting their friends in there. Yeah, there's a lot of money being moved around.
Yep.
A lot of money.
Yep. Yeah,
So
I like that private certification,
yeah.
because then you have something to gain or lose by going against like what you say you're doing. Like if somebody finds
There's
out that
accountability.
accountability, and if you're doing something shady, then your name is nothing, and now suddenly your certification means nothing. But with the government, they're like, our certification means everything because we have guns. What it always comes down to, we have guns.
And we're in charge. I hate that.
Exactly. So it's not like a straightforward answer, but what we're doing now, you know, what the program is now is putting too many people at ease that they're not looking at this. So that's why I'm like, this stuff is happening. They're like, why would the government let this happen? Like, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Or another thing they do, they solve the problem by letting us subsistence users, or like telling us that we can't go fishing. There's not enough fish. And it's like, we're the drop in the bucket of how many fish we catch.
That's why we have to have fishing licenses. Otherwise, us private citizens will fish out all the fish.
All the fish will be gone.
Right, exactly.
I really don't think so.
I've actually seen a video. I've been trying to find the video. It's been taken down. But there's these guys that are in a fishing boat, like a little small, like the small fishing vessel. And they went out and got some fish for their village because people were hungry. Like the kids were hungry, the elders were hungry. There wasn't enough fish. There wasn't enough food. And we don't have Walmarts and like other grocery stores out in the villages. They have to catch their food.
Yeah.
So they went out illegally when it was like kind of misty out, hoping it would like not show them. But Department of Fish and Game found them and boarded their ship, and they're like, okay, we'll go to jail, but please let us bring this fish back to our village. Kids are hungry, elders are hungry. No, they dumped that fish back into the river.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the Fish and Game Commission pissed me off, even here.
Oh, yeah.
I got hassled by them because I had a bucket and they thought I had minnows in a place where I wasn't allowed to have minnows.
Yeah. Oh, Dave was so pissed.
You're harassing me in the parking lot because I'm carrying a bucket?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Davey got to be a part of that too, but that's terrible. That's like rules like you're not allowed to feed homeless people.
Oh,
you know,
because you don't have a food license or whatever.
You know, what if you're feeding them something that, you know, like you're giving them your maybe leftovers from a restaurant, they're standing outside and you give them the food, you get in trouble.
Starve.
Yeah, no, they're not allowed to have that because that's terrible.
Exactly. It's that sort of stuff that happens. And that's why I'm like, the government isn't solving this. They're making it worse. Yeah. And so that's what I do.
Yay! Oh my gosh. Now, I feel like I really thought that maybe you had been around for a lot longer and I had just, you know, maybe because I'm slow to the game sometimes.
Well, Facebook's big and there's a lot of pages
and
out
Facebook
there.
Also hides a lot of things. So you've really got a great following and I'm really excited for you. Do you find Facebook like annoying? Do you get...
I can tell you already understand the algorithms a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Because you didn't share my post. You took the picture and made your own. Because you know that a share
do you get in trouble on
reach.
Facebook? Do you prefer other platforms because they censor too much? You know, when you're trying to get your message out and you feel they don't want that kind of message to, you know, freedom is bad. Bad.
Yeah, I have been censored a few times on Facebook too. Like I remember last year during my birthday, I wanted to have like this big fundraiser or something for like the local animal shelter, but I was censored for a full week. It was during my birthday.
What?
And I was like, happy birthday to me.
Yeah, jerks. Oh my gosh.
And it does happen. I really do try hard to play with the rules or whatever, play by the rules. There are things that I do that do help because I know they get more engagement. So like you said, I took your photo and shared it as well. And then I made sure to tag you guys in the comments.
Yep.
Normally that does better than just sharing.
Yep. Yeah.
Just little things like that.
Mm-hmm. I learned that. Like I knew that tagging you in my post, like your page, I'm like, this is going to get killed. That's why I said, please comment and react to this because I know that tagging another, it's on their own platform. I'm like, I'm tagging another page on the platform, but I know that's going to kill the reach. I do it anyways because our reach is always killed anyways.
Sunny was censored 210 days last year. I believe you, Sunny.
And for Justin, I'm drinking my favorite beer, 2X Stout.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I am having seltzers, actually. These are hard seltzers from Alaska Brewing.
Oh, nice.
You have your own thing.
What flavor is that? That's pretty. Yeah, it is.
This one's mixed berry. This one is mango peach.
I like that sound. Yeah.
Mango peach, yeah.
Is that like the picture on there makes me think of
the Northern Lights.
The Northern Lights, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You guys get that stuff there?
You get to see all of that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that magical?
We get some...
I've seen pictures.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't imagine seeing it in real life. Like, just...
I mean, seriously, like, all those colors in the sky just, like,
questions.
moving around. Like, that would be...
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been outside, like, in a hot tub washing it. And they almost make, like, a tinkling sound if it's quiet enough outside.
You can actually hear it.
And
What?
Yeah, it's, like, a weird staticky... Like, anyone else who has, like, really seen them and observed them will say the same thing. There's almost, like, an electrical, staticky, tinkling sort of feel sound. It's a crazy experience. Like, it doesn't even feel real, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I imagine that would do... I mean, because, you know, the energy and electricity and everything, that would do something. Like, that would be a real moment.
How often does that happen? I mean, is it a certain time of year, or is it just...
Technically, it happens year-round, but during the summer, it's like sunshine 24/7, so you can't see them.
Oh, okay.
So during the winter is when you can observe them.
Okay, winter when you can...
So you can
Lena
literally
says,
hear color without getting high.
Hear color. I would love to hear
I've been
color.
there. Raja, what's
the
up?
drugs. Hey, Raja. Right? This isn't auto-scrolling, Dave. I don't know why.
I don't know why
need
either.
To be,
hit new messages. See if that...
Okay, I'll do it next time, yeah.
Okay.
Raja he's over in India. He says, good morning, big, beautiful bastards. That's what he calls all of us. It's early morning over there,
Also, so your closest city would be Anchorage, you said, right?
Yes.
So you don't have a lot of... Are you in a big town, small town, big city, small city?
I'm in a smaller city, I would say. I'm in Palmer.
Okay.
And it's... Yeah.
I was wondering if there'd be like a lot of light pollution, not only like the northern lights, but you actually see stars, which a lot of people don't see.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
We'll go into the mountains because I'm surrounded by mountains. We'll go into the mountains and see them, and it's just crazy. Yeah. Like it's hard. Like like the amount of stars that you see. It's just so magical. You can just sit there and like stare, and it's like. Normally it's freezing cold because you can only see the stars during the winter, but it's just like you want to stay there and you don't care that you're cold. And it's not everyone in the world gets to see this.
Yeah. So. And now I think when you were on before, we did talk about how the daylight cycle is there. So right now, when does the sun come up? When does it get light for you? And when does it get dark?
Maybe like 10 a.m. is when it's lighter, and then like 3 p.m. As early as 3 p.m. it can start getting darker.
And then
by 4 o'clock.
Like right now, where the sun has left. Like we're done with the sun for the next month or so.
Well, no, it's because if the sun can come out.
It pops out.
It's just the clouds. The clouds are like.
But I'm okay with that. Like I was driving home today, and everything's gray, and everything's just
so
winter without the snow, so you don't get all that light refraction. It's just kind of
snow
gray.
makes it nice. Yeah.
and I'm driving through, and I'm like, I'm okay with this. Like, I don't think I'm solar powered. I run on my own batteries.
Yeah.
Mary needs
I'm solar
sun.
powered. I
Yeah.
need sunshine. I need the
I do
sun.
miss the sun. I miss the feeling of like warmth on my skin
Yep.
and light. And there are days I get kind of sad, and I'm like, I miss the sun.
Yeah. Do you have those type of?
Oh yeah, I think we talked about
You know,
that.
the light-
You do have
The happy lights.
the happy
Yes.
lights. Yeah.
I don't have any happy lights here. I've had friends, and I have had happy lights in the past. I don't have one right now, but I could use a happy light.
I was wondering if I should get a happy light.
Do you guys supplement? Do you like do D vitamins and stuff like that?
Oh, probably.
Yes, I take a lot of D vitamins. And then also I hit the gym a bunch, just so like to get some physical activity and
Endorphins,
be
yeah.
happy and all those endorphins.
Oh,
you know,
sure.
if I don't go to the gym for a week, I'm just like, oh my god. But yeah.
Wow. So, okay, do you have the same shift? I mean, does it extends?
Yes.
And then
Yeah, we're on the
when
same
summertime-
hemisphere.
So the summertime, then you're looking at what time does it get light, or does it ever get dark?
It doesn't get dark. It does.
Okay.
It gets to dusk, and then it'll go straight to dawn. So we don't get a true nautical night because the sun has to be like. So if this is the horizon, it has
Yeah.
to be like so many like degrees
Okay.
past the horizon for it to be a true nautical night, and we don't reach that. So it's kind of like goes below, and we're like, oh, it's still dawn, and then it goes to dusk, or dusk, and then to dawn, and we're like,
Yeah.
all right, guys, and it'll be like 11 o'clock at night or something like that. And my husband's like, oh, we should probably make some dinner. I'm like, hun, we should go to bed.
Yeah, that might be dangerous for me.
Yeah,
I
because
might
we
end
do
up
that
like-
anyways,
yeah,
and we have
yeah.
natural like.
Because I'm thinking, oh, that'd be awesome, but no, that might mess
Mary's
with
like,
me
I
too
should order
much.
dinner,
Like,
and I'm like, it's 6, like, and it's Friday,
Oh.
so it's not going to be here for like an hour and a half, like, because Friday we always order out. That's our Friday pizza day or whatever, and we stream,
Yeah.
and that's our reward to the kids for shutting up and going to bed.
No.
and leaving us
we just made it. That's the designated. Like we know,
Pizza
no
Friday.
one has to plan to make dinner,
Yeah.
at that point. So someone's upstairs. I mean, not someone, one of the kids.
on. Could be that.
Some stranger is up there.
It's my sleep paralysis demon.
It's your
Come back
head.
with the Warren.
My sleep paralysis demon.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, now you made me think of other things.
Yeah, there's a ton of things. We have so much.
Because
to talk about.
I just want to. Oh, it's Ryan. He's upstairs. Ryan drove from Wisconsin
It's using our toilet.
just to use the bathroom.
I want to talk
Oh
about
my
the
God.
whole. I want to talk about the whole Eskimo thing.
Okay, yes.
very interested
There's
in
so many things I want to talk to you about, and also if you have a time limit, let us
Oh yeah,
know.
because we're
I
I work.
Because-
don't have a time limit. My husband's ammo shopping, so.
Oh, that's awesome.
So libertarian.
Oh my gosh.
Getting libertarian
Yeah,
points.
he even said, like, text me when you're done. I'm going to go ammo shopping. I'm like, have fun.
Have a
Oh
good
my gosh,
time.
ammo shopping.
Bring me back something nice.
Like the thoughts that come into shopping, like I ammo purchase, like I'll get on the internet and I'm like, I need this, and it's coming.
Yeah, well,
Like
I mean,
shopping,
if you-
and like, oh, that's nice. Let me see
Yeah.
what else you have.
Yeah. So he's
That's
a
what
keeper.
he does.
Lena
Oh, this
says he's a
Buffalo
keeper.
Bore ammo. Woo!
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you have to think about what you're gonna be needing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for all those things that you might come in
Yeah, something's
contact
been
with.
prowling around
or-
the house. We need something new here.
Yeah. Okay. So Dave wants to know about, and I do too, the
Yeah.
whole like Eskimo thing. And can I preface this with the awful,
Yeah.
terrible, just little like I'm elementary school, and you think
Yeah,
Eskimos
yeah.
huddled in an igloo,
Yeah.
and
That's
they
what,
have,
what I was thinking of when I was making the promo. I'm like, I need to find Eskimos, and they need to either be in front of, inside of an igloo, or on a dog sled.
Yeah,
and it's really hard
and
to
now,
find.
is that what? I mean, Eskimos. Is that? Can I? I mean,
Yeah,
am I
they're
allowed
just
to
like-
say that? Like, is that?
They're oh, yes.
I never know. Like,
I'm Puerto Rican, yes, but what do I call you?
right?
So I will say
Cousin.
really quick, when it comes to the term Eskimo, I've heard this a bunch that people are like, oh, that's racist, or that's a slur word. And the Canadians are the ones that aren't happy about the term Eskimo. But up here in Alaska, we've embraced the term Eskimo. So some people like feel awkward about it. I didn't hear Eskimo was a slur word until I went to the lower 48.
Oh.
And I was in like Michigan, Wisconsin area, and they're like, that's a slur word. And I'm like, what?
Really?
Yeah, it's always been like a really loving, endearing, like cute term. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Eskimos.
Yeah.
Like,
But everybody
I
wants
can
to
never
make something
imagine
out
that
of
in a negative context.
something, and so I
Yeah.
didn't want to say,
I
I'm
imagine
like,
white people made it up, so I could see that people would be like, "That's why it's bad."
Yeah, there's a few different, like, I believe like French, and then there's two other languages that have a similar term that sounds like Eskimos, which it came from, and it means someone who laces up their snowshoes, is what it
Oh.
means.
wow.
Yeah. So
I had no idea.
I've heard of a lot of different things, and people are
I'm
like,
an
"Oh, it's
Eskimo."
raw meat eater," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's someone who eats snow." I'm like, "What?
Whoa.
No,
Okay, so yeah, I'm an Eskimo.
no." So, and then a lot of people too will be like, "Don't you mean Inuit?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not Inuit actually. I'm Yupik." So there's different types of Eskimos too. So in Alaska, you have
imagine.
Yupik, Inupiaq, Chupik, Siberian Yupik. Those are a few of the different types. Inuit is Canadian Eskimos.
Okay,
So.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's what, because I did that thing. The big stone.
The thing.
Yeah. Maybe I called it. Maybe I was saying it wrong. But the big stone. They might look like people, or statues, or big.
Oh, the little people. Are you talking about the little people?
Well, and what I was looking at was they were like large, and they were supposed to like be landmarkers because there weren't landmarks around, and so certain piles of stones meant certain things, like there's food here, or this is friendly territory kind of deal. Like, I could be thinking of the wrong thing.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Guide
you do?
stones?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, guide stones. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was looking at that, and I got real confused because there was a big fight over it's called this or it's called that, and this, and I was just like, I don't know. They're just a bunch of rocks trying to tell people where to go. Okay. I'm sorry. It's important to them. They don't have landmarks, so they had to do that kind of stuff.
Is there any are there still people living like that, like not
all way off grid, like
off grid, basically still being
Yeah, there's definitely things that I would say is a lot different. For example, there aren't highways out in the villages. So when I'm talking about out in the villages, here's Alaska. That's what Alaska looks like.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm kind of right here.
Yeah.
And here's the Aleutians. Most of my family is kind of in this region, out on the western coast, and then up along the top here is where you have the Inupiaq tribes. And so here is kind of Anchorage, Fairbanks. That's where most of the people are. Anything outside of that is much more rural. So out in my village, it's on the map. It'll say Eek, E-E-K. Mm-hmm. The real name's Eek Victoria, but they can't spell that.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
couldn't.
just
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They only just recently got indoor plumbing. So they didn't have any running water or anything like that until 2018. So they had to fetch water from the river. There was some electricity. They don't have any cars out there. They have boardwalks, and there's 300 people. And people get around by four-wheeler, snow machine. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
So
wild.
there's a lot more things that are more primitive, but there are technologies.
Yeah, you go out my parents' house in the county. Once it starts snowing, the snowmobiles rule the roads.
They do,
you
yeah.
yield to the snowmobiles. They're
Yeah.
coming across. They trip.
Yeah.
They're all part-
No, seriously.
There used to be a bar out there, and there'd be
Look at me.
15 snowmobiles parked out of the bar. It's you're not allowed to run them on the road, technically.
I was gonna say anything.
But try and catch them. How are you going to catch them?
Yeah.
Yeah, and ATVs are allowed on the roads up here. If it's not a highway, if it's 45 miles per hour or less on the road,
That's reasonable.
you're allowed to use ATVs and stuff.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
Because
Yeah, and so people are like, those damn kids are going to be using their ATVs on the. I'm like, oh my god,
Those damn kids.
yeah, you get that on Facebook, and it's like,
Yeah.
The only thing is you get around here, you get like the jerks that like fence off their yards, or they'll just put a wire across.
Oh no, that's you're like
Every few
murdering
years
somebody.
there's a
Yeah,
decapitation of somebody.
That's not
a
okay.
friend of mine,
Like,
when we were like in 2nd or 1st grade, that's what happened to her dad. It's really sad
Yeah.
that that
oh,
happens.
yeah. Yep.
It's like, there's a trail there. People are using it. I'm going to put a fence across.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we get the broken glass, rotten eggs, you name it, goes across the trail. It's like, kids are outside having fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, right. Oh, gosh. So you have to, I feel like if you're living up there and embrace the cold, you got to be outside in it. You can't just stay inside like I try to do for most of the winter. So what are some of your favorite activities then as, like as a family to get out and do? What do you guys do?
So we have snowshoes. I have a fat bike. We also do go hunting during the winter. There's some caribou hunts that we can do. In fact, that's probably what my husband is shopping for. Is rounds for our caribou trip.
Nice.
Ammo shopping. So we do hunt. We've got ice fishing. I'm trying to think what else we do. Mainly hiking.
That was miserable.
Yeah, ice fishing. It was 0 degrees, and
it was
Dave,
a really
it was
bad
really.
day.
And just the wind
you
open
get out
on
in
the
middle
lake
of the
like that.
There's nothing breaking it. That was really
bad. that would be rough. But yeah, we have a little one, so I stick her in a backpack and we go hiking and climb a mountain and have a picnic up there, and yeah.
My brain is like, embrace this, Mary.
Yeah.
But
no,
my
I'm
body.
good with that.
I know, but my body is like.
I'm a rugged pole walk.
Just like, what if Jane has to go to the bathroom, and then that's a thing,
like animal skin's got to take off.
Yeah, because so she's 7, and anytime we're anywhere, she needs to go to the bathroom because she wants to see what it looks like. So,
oh my gosh, that happened to them too.
Yeah,
like you got your little
oh yeah
indigenous toddler. You just got them all layered up in elk skin, and I gotta go pee.
Yeah, does that ever happen? Because anytime I send the kids out back,
well, she's not old enough to get to that point.
Okay,
so
all right.
Diapers, so.
All right. Oh gosh.
We're about to start potty training soon, so I'm like, I'm kind of dreading it.
Yeah. It's. Oh, I don't know. It's been. We have 3 kids, and so potty training was.
They're all different.
Yeah.
Some of them hanging on a little longer.
Jane, she's our youngest, and she just really was all about it. Because her and her older brother, they're only 18 months apart. So I was trying to trying him, and she was all like, "Oh, move over. I'm going to use this," And I was like, "Okay, cool, great, yeah, nice."
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It would be harder now if we went to the trailhead because it's freezing out, and I don't want to put her poor little butt in the snow. It's like,
yeah, yep.
I'm almost like putting it off to where it's warmer. So
yeah. Oh, this is also the kid that went poop and didn't pee. Crystal, our story. Yes, that's Jane, our daughter.
She poops and doesn't pee.
Has the ability.
We thought it was impossible.
Because there was a couple times where she's like, "Can you?" Like when she was real little, I'd go wipe her, and she's like, "Oh wait, I forgot to pee." I'm like,
how the hell did you do that?
But you just went poop. Like, that's not possible.
I love Ryan's comment because it's so true. Lol goes to the bathroom just to see what it looks like admiring fine architecture.
Yeah.
Like we're in anywhere. And the kid's like, I have to go to the bathroom. You just want to see the bathroom. Mm-hmm. You don't have
That's
to.
That's what my dad said. My mom said, I always would just be like, can I go to the bathroom here? Can I go to the bathroom? And now that I have kids, I'm just like, son of a bitch. They just want to see the bathroom here. I'm like, look, it's not that nice, guys.
I have a cart full of shit. We're in Walmart. I have to park this on the outside.
Yeah, no. I'm like, we are not going to the bathroom at Walmart. Sorry. Not going to the bathroom. Not happening. Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, that was a lot. We just hit you with.
But it's
You're a new mom.
Like, yeah. I mean, it's
get ready for it.
But seriously, like with boys, I felt like, because they can just stand, like a lot
Don't touch
easier.
anything.
Yeah,
your penis is probably the cleanest thing you've touched in here.
Yeah.
Let's go back out.
Oh, the bathroom is a portal to Narnia. Yep.
Yeah, we're experienced parents.
Yeah. But really, like,
Here I am, brand new parent. Like, oh my god.
yeah. But seriously, this is my advice to people who, when their boys have to poop when they're younger, and the girls have to go just pee anyway because they have to sit. Okay,
Yeah.
so but like, always look under, like, where their legs will be hanging or where their underwear is hanging on the toilet, because it's gross. It's gross. I'm just saying. So
Yes.
I'm always like, pull your pants all the way down to your ankles, like putting like toilet paper like hanging down. I'm like, and Jane can't squat.
It just makes them stronger.
Yeah, no, it's gross. It's gross. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You got a kid using Walmart bathrooms, COVID ain't going to bother him.
No, it's not COVID. I'm talking about the stuff.
No, I'm
underneath
saying
the...
if you raise them right,
Oh, okay.
with licking
But
licking the shopping carts.
No one's
you know.
licking shopping carts. Yeah. Dave G says, and this might have been a while ago, Dave, I'm sorry. He says, I feel like I should get a
Yeah.
Happy Light. Winter is crippling.
Yeah,
Winter
well,
is crippling.
That's back when we were talking about
It is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we went down that road, but you
went
know
down a
our
lot of roads
show.
there.
You know our show. You've watched us. You know what we're like. So,
Entertaining.
so potty training is in the future. What about eating food and stuff like that? When do you just let your child eat whatever like you guys are having, and then the taste buds just say, "Oh, this is what we're eating, and this is good," or is there any kind of like pickiness, because we are in a picky phase right now?
Yes, she is very picky. All she wants to eat is meat and steak and mustard and liver sausage and like onions. She has a very German
yeah.
palate. I
think
feel
that's
like
okay. That's good. Oh my
Sausage
gosh,
and
that's
onions
so
and
good.
mustard,
Yeah.
mother.
Yeah, I need those onions.
Yeah.
More onions. Yeah.
and like she'll have a cookie, but no, she wants like those intense German flavors,
Oh,
and she loves
nice.
fish.
She's on keto.
She's keto.
Oh yeah, and luckily we're keto too, so
That's
we're
works
like,
out.
wow, this works out.
That's really good,
Yeah, that sounds
though.
really
I mean,
good.
that's fantastic.
Does she shun any sweets?
No, I haven't given her a lot of sweets. There's been a couple of times that she will have candy and go literally insane,
Yeah.
like psychotic,
Yep.
and I'm like,
Who are you?
what? I need a
We don't have that
priest?
anymore. Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
is it's crazy, and I'm like, I'm not giving you candy because you react like this.
Mhm.
We're gonna eat some salmon. Cue Spike Cohen, he joined in the
Yeah.
chat. I'm just kidding.
Oh, is he there?
No.
You guys talking about smoked
He
salmon?
loves poor guy. He's actually really sick right now.
I heard,
Yeah,
man. It seems
what-
like everybody's getting hit with it right now.
I want to ask about. It's like I hate that we're going into the second year talking about all this stuff,
Yeah.
but like, what's happening up there in your area with COVID and all the variants and everything? I feel for some reason in our area, it feels like everybody's getting something.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's everywhere because I see it
But
on
it might
on
be
Facebook.
everywhere. Yeah, it might be like everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot more people getting it. Most people are over it,
Yeah.
but
I hear
I
it's
know, like,
going to drop
well-
off real soon. That's what they're saying now.
I would like to.
I'm
But the
so over
news
it.
headlines up here are like, there's a surge in Omicron, and people are like scared, and so they're getting tested and filling up the hospitals when they don't need to be, when
Yeah.
they wouldn't have originally.
No.
Okay.
I feel. So, I don't know. Most people up here though are like over it. And it's like, can we just go back to our jobs?
It's
Yeah.
it's
Go
like
back to
this.
school.
Yeah.
Despite all the government's greatest attempts, we are working our way through this. Like they're fighting it tooth and nail, but we're going to get through this.
Yeah.
Because and
Yeah.
it seems like that's the natural progression. You know, it gets more infectious but less intense. So that's what I think Omicron is. It's super infectious, but it's not as bad. But I also kind of like a lot of the guys who are like, I know I'm going to hurt a lot of feelings here in Facebook world, where they're like, oh, it's just a bad cold, and then they get it and they're like, holy shit, this is bad. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like we had it, and it was nasty, and it's not
I'm
just a
grateful
mild
that
cold.
we
It is
didn't have-
nasty,
yeah.
and the fear that everybody has built up also works on you. So when you have it, not only you're sick and dazed and confused and weak, but you also have this fear like you could die. And it's like normally when you get the flu, you don't think that. You don't think like, oh, I could die from this. Normally
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
yeah.
I have the flu. It sucks. I'm going to get through it. It's the kind of the same thing. It sucks. You're going to get through it, but you also have the whole world saying you could die.
Oh
But
my
it's-
gosh, yeah.
But it is bad. But I feel like I'm hoping that it's getting weaker. Even
I
though
hope
it's spreading
so.
more, it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Are they really pumping the whole vaccine thing up there and the booster? The booster now is like the big deal, like the booster.
Yeah, they are, and it's really unfortunate. When I scroll through Facebook and stuff like that, there are advertisements from like paid advertisements from Native pages or Native organizations, and I'm like, this is bad.
Yeah.
And so I've talked about before why like a lot of Natives are very hesitant when it comes to government pushed medicine because we've been targeted before, multiple times. During the smallpox vaccine, like Native Americans were actually assaulted. Native Americans and Black people were assaulted and like held down and forced to get the vaccine.
What?
So the government has done this before. Yeah. People don't know about this. In fact, so I'm actually reading up on these stories and putting together a podcast. And like people are like, oh, the government won't hold you down and force you to get a vaccine. Well, they have before.
Literally.
Wow.
Yes.
When you say
not a
like
lot
the
of people know that.
smallpox, and I'm like,
I
oh,
did
they're
not
giving
know
the
that.
native smallpox again. They can't keep getting away with this.
I have to use the bathroom real quick. I'm sorry, but I'm very interested in here because I don't think I knew what they did.
All right, we'll talk about sports until you get back.
Okay, yeah, you guys talk sports ball real quick. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
This is when it gets super awkward because Mary does all the personable talking stuff. See, and then I immediately go blank. What's that mean?
You ever see like emojis where people are like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, they're really shy and they
It's
like,
for me.
Yeah. Me and my sister actually do that a lot, and like we're like, hey, you
Yeah. We have like this perfect like symbiotic relationship where it's like she couldn't stream without me, I couldn't stream without her. Like I create everything, I create all this, and I make it happen. And then she comes in, and I'm awkward, and she continues conversation, even if it's like impossible. Like she'll talk to impossible people. Like we've had people on that are like not personable at all, and every question is like a one-word answer. So you have another question and another question, and it's like for me, I'd just be like, I guess we're done here,
That's exhausting. I kudos to her because
Yeah.
I try to interview people, and I'm like, God, oh my
Yeah, I only have so much.
right? And so I'm an engineer by trade,
Okay.
and I'm used to talking with socially awkward people, and I can be socially awkward to an extent. I'm working on that. But yeah, some of the people I've worked with, and I'm like, this is emotionally draining.
But I'm also fine with like not talking to somebody. I can sit in a room, say hi, and then we can just sit there quietly and look at our phones
Right.
or whatever. And
That's my husband.
yeah, I'm cool with that. I actually prefer it. I pick my jobs based on how little interaction I have with other humans. But for some reason, I love coming on here and like I like observing social interactions, and it's like, and for some reason, it's like I want to be at the party. Like
Got a clipboard. Huh.
yeah, I want to be in like huge crowds. I want to go to concerts, but I don't want to be involved. I just want to watch it happen. I guess that's my role on this show. People are talking sports. Is there a big like? Is there any kind of like big sports things that you guys do up there? Like that's
Yes.
hot.
Yeah, we have a lot of Olympians up here because people are very active. So winter sports and even some summer sports too. People are just extremely active. So I remember growing up, I did high school sports. I did cross-country skiing, soccer, a bunch of stuff like that. I remember going to cross-country ski meets, and you would see people like Keegan Randall, who's on the Olympic team, competing in the same race, and I'd be like,
Oh my god! Yeah, what are you gonna do with that?
right? And it's not just her. There's all these like Olympic hopefuls and like youth Olympic folks, and so like competing up here is intense. People are athletic as hell, and there's this lady, Alev Kelter. She's on the U.S. National team for rugby, and her twin sister played soccer, and I used to play against her. And
my gosh.
The two of them are just insane athletes. And Alev Kelter is still on the USA team. I believe she's captain or MVP. She does really well. And I played rugby in college, but she's on a whole new level.
Now you've mentioned rugby a lot, which is never mentioned down here, except for that one guy in our group that like is all about it.
Oh yeah.
But like rugby is
some rugby.
not a thing in the normal
I feel like
U.S. Not saying you're not normal.
It's
But
definitely growing, I would say. It's growing, especially in the Midwest, I found. There's definitely a big rugby community there. But yeah, it's not something that a lot of people talk about. People like their pads and their football, but whatever. I don't need pads.
No,
I
yeah,
would love to watch some rugby. Seriously.
Mary loves physical violence.
I'm like,
consensual physical
UFC.
violence.
Woo! You guys signed a contract now. Fight.
Right? And I love the rugby community. So I played rugby in college, and like
That's
the
hardcore.
atmosphere and
Oh my
community and
gosh.
socials.
I
I
mean,
just
that's
had
like-
so much fun.
I mean, rugby. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's-
full
that's
contact.
tough.
Like
But it's not like pussy football where you stop all the time and
Yeah.
No, you keep going. It's intense. And it's like, it's more relaxing in yoga because by the end, I'm so beaten up. I'm so exhausted. And I have all of my aggression out there. And I just like...
left it on the field.
Yeah. And then you pop a cold one and it's just the most therapeutic thing. So my husband got me into rugby.
have to get into
I
rugby.
originally was a soccer player, and he was like, you should try rugby. And so not a lot of people know this. I met him on Tinder, and I saw he was a rugby man. I was like, ooh, a rugby man.
Oh my god.
It's a hardcore dude. Yeah.
And he looks like a rugby player too. And I tried it out, and it was amazing. And so me and him together like do a bunch of community service. And so when we were in Wisconsin, we were both coaching rugby and doing a bunch of rugby stuff with youth sports and all that. So
That's always my fear. That's why I never started any kind of shit in a bar. Like you might come across an MMA fighter or a rugby player or,
Yeah.
or a hockey player.
Or a hockey
where
player.
hockey is like, sure they wear pads, but also fighting is literally part of the sport.
Yeah. Take off and try to punch each other's face in. I want to know, Ryan had said, you mentioned Wisconsin again, and he is in Wisconsin. Whereabouts were you?
So I was in central, like near Wausau area. So
Okay.
like directly in the middle of Wisconsin.
Okay.
Dead center.
He's near Green Bay.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
where that is really.
Yeah, that's more on like the eastern side, like East Coast,
Oh, okay.
middle-ish
Okay.
area. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because he talks about the cold and stuff there too, and I'm just like, mm-mm.
Now, what conversation did I pause to talk
We
about
we
sports?
were talking about how the government was holding down Native Americans to
Oh, yeah.
have vaccinations and stuff. you
Oh,
know?
okay. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's still something I'm reading about, but I have kind of known about it, but the more I read about it, I didn't realize it was like these mandates of people hunting down Native Americans and Black people and like stalking them even into bathrooms, into their own
What?
homes, holding them down and forcing them to get the vaccine. And I'm not even joking.
And how long ago was this? How many years ago? I mean, we're talking like not
I think it was the
terribly
40s.
not terribly long ago. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm so enraged.
see, because like
Yeah.
I talk to my kids about stuff that's happened in the past, you know, and we were having this conversation. And my 8-year-old, I said, "Oh, that you know, this happened in the 50s." And it's, you know, this was, you know, like last year or whatever. So I was like, okay, so we're in the 2020s now. And I'm like, so that's not really that long ago. But to him, he's like, wow, that is so long ago. I'm like, but if you look at the age of, you know, everything,
It's weird.
It's too
Perspective
close.
is so weird.
for comfort, you know, that things were being okay. Things were okay, like to people back then, you know, like when my mom was born, when my mom was born, she just turned 76, and when she was going to school, like, so when she was born, there were separate water fountains, you know, that kind of shit, you know what I mean? And it's like, to think that wasn't that long
No, it
ago,
wasn't. And especially
you
now
know?
that we're older and thinking of like the 90s compared to the 50s compared to the 2020s.
And so to think that
it's
they
kinda
were
even.
not that long ago hunting people down, following them to bathrooms, following them home, forcing them to get, I mean, not, I mean,
So maybe
literally holding them
things,
down.
maybe things aren't necessarily getting worse. They're just getting the same in different ways. Like,
Yes.
it's like the perspective is so weird. Like I was thinking, like they just struck down that mandatory vaccination or testing for any business over 100 people. And I'm like, I'm celebrating it, but I'm also super like sad that I'm celebrating that. That's a thing that we had to fight like
Right.
in a free country, that we have to fight mandatory vaccinations to feed our children.
Yeah.
And then I think back and I'm like, it ain't that bad, because they were throwing Americans in internment camps, back in World War II. And then I think, they already did that. They already threw people in internment camps. Like, what? The precedence has been set, of making humans non-humans.
What are your
And
thoughts
that's
on
why-
where it's? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, that's why I talk about history a lot, especially with Native Americans specifically.
Yeah.
Because stuff has been tried on us and then implemented. It's like to the rest of the U.S. It's already
Test run.
happened. Like a lot of people are like, the U.S. wouldn't do that. I'm like, well, they did that to Native Americans, and not only that, they did this, this, and this, and this was the progression. I don't know if you've ever heard of I believe it's the 10 steps of genocide. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that.
That sounds very
but
scary.
please.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, there's this thing called the 10 steps of genocide, and it's crazy to look at different times in the U.S. and like we're hovering around like the 6th and 7th step, and we're like approaching 10 at a lot of different times, and it's crazy. And it's something to look up. It's called, I believe it's the 10 steps of genocide or 10 steps of government. I don't know, something like that. And so I show them like, no, this has happened. This is what happened. They wrote this into law. And I do use the term systemic racism because it was systemic and it did involve race specifically, like the Indian adoption program. It said the mission of this program, and this was implemented by the government, was to take Native children and put them in non-Native homes.
Yeah, cleanse them.
So, stuff like that. And so people hear systemic racism and they're like, ew, gross. But like, no, it did happen. Like it is by definition systemic. So talking about these things I think are super important, especially coming from myself, like about Native Americans, because like we have done it.
Yeah.
It can
That's
happen.
so scary.
And it's weird how quickly, the 10 steps to genocide, how quickly you can make humans not humans
Other
and make the
people.
whole society agree with you that, they're not people.
Oh, they're not human. They're
And it's like, I feel like they're
It's
just, they keep testing
necessary,
with different things.
yeah,
like,
for
suddenly
all
the
of
Yeah,
us.
dehumanization is one of those
Dehumanization,
steps, actually.
that's
and
what
doing
it
that
is,
doing that to
That's
like
one of the
even the
steps.
unvaxxed, like we can't let these people like and it seems like that phrase, like these people,
Yeah.
they're not
Right.
us, they're not of
Yeah.
us, they're not like us, they're different, they're bad, they're evil.
So it used to be, I mean, not used to be, but I mean, it still is. There was that whole, like when Trump and Hillary were running, and then the hate got real strong between both sides, and he won, and it was Trump against Biden, and then the hate was still real strong, but then there was that added level of COVID, and then everybody got I feel like people just piled on, just extra, or maybe even those who weren't political were just really involved all of a sudden in the hate against those who weren't.
Suddenly everybody's political.
Yeah, they're just like
Yeah.
this fighting all the time.
You got to pick a side.
Are you able to ever take a break from social media when you feel overwhelmed, or like, I mean, because
I have to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like you do go out and just because you're active in your community,
Right.
which is like
the
I
best
think-
thing to do. I
yes.
feel like that's probably the best medicine
Yes.
for.
For sure. I try to engage in very wholesome community service type things, whether it's like cleaning up trash in our community, or I did an invasive weed smackdown where we grabbed a whole, like we were weeding the town of invasive weeds,
awesome.
Oh my gosh.
things like that. Yeah. And it just events like that. And I feel so good afterwards, or I just like don't go into social media for a few days. And I'm just like, I can't, because it not only is it wear you down with all of like the headlines and what's going on with the government and the activism, but also internal like conflict within the LP.
Yes.
And I do my best to not engage
I
in
stay
it,
out
but
of
I
that.
am friends with folks that are in it, and I'm just like, oh my god. And there are sometimes people will try and share it into like Alaskan groups, and we're like, keep that in the lower 48. For the love of God.
That is toxic.
Exactly. And I think my biggest mistake is I'm on Twitter, and that is it's a cesspool.
Yeah.
I have not been
So-
on Twitter in so long.
Well, I dump and run. I go on Twitter, I dump and run.
Right? And I should do that. I shouldn't engage too much on Twitter, but sometimes I get like things onto my feed that are hot takes, and it's people from the liberty movement and they say the wrong hot take, and I'm just like, oh my God. It's people that are well respected, and I'm just like,
Hold my calls, somebody's wrong on the internet.
I'm like, and the worst part is like when I have posts on Facebook or any other place, and people are like saying that Libertarian Party is this, that, and the other, and they use screenshots from these people, and I'm like, God, you are the screenshots that people use against me.
Yeah. What do you do with when you feel frustrated with things like that, like on social media, and people just they're very bold behind the keyboard,
Yes.
And I mean, and I feel like extra even more so in the last few years. But what do you do? Do you just like say, I'm just F you, I'm going to go for a walk, like or take a bath, or I'm going to go look at the stars, like, hey, I'm in Alaska and I'm going to go watch the Aurora Borealis,
Can you stand
like
down?
I don't do anything healthy. Just kidding. So I'm chugging my beer. Oh, it's awful. No, there are times I get so worked up, and my husband has to be like, "You need to chill out." So I go to the gym and like lift heavy, and I'm just like,
oh, there you go.
Those guys.
Yeah. Work out that rage.
Yeah, that's why I've PR'd like the last 5 times I've gotten. There's so much rain.
I don't know what to do with the rage when when I just think about the government.
I
Sometimes
just take it out on my family.
No, he's joking. He's totally joking. But like, there will be times where Dave will just
blink twice.
It's his opposite. Normally Dan's in here checking on me.
Yeah, no, we
I got the Irish rage here.
Please, says bottle it up and tell no one. What was that meme with the crusher downer?
Yeah.
Like
you take the trash and you crush it down with the crusher downer.
Yeah. All your feelings. Yeah, scream into the void, Cece. Yep. It's like, but then I feel so much better talking with everybody and knowing like we are absolutely not alone in this, know, and there's no way that I mean
we retreat to our groups and be like,
yeah.
I was right? I was right? And like, yeah, you're right. Okay, we're good.
I do that. I do that as well. I'm like, that was a good point, right? And people are like, yeah, that was a great point. Why are you like, okay, because like I don't want to be gaslighted, and I thought it was a good point. But he's like, like, I am a marshmallow. I am an absolute marshmallow, and I'm like.
The gaslighting can be real, though, Dude,
libertarians are the most battle-hardened.
Yeah.
Like liberals are like, this is what my team told me, and conservatives are like, this is what my team told me, and I'm like, did you really think about that? And they're like, what? And like,
But then libertarians are like, we can come at it from all kinds of angles, But it is true, the other two sides, they're on teams, and so whatever their team says now, that the goalposts move, and they're like, oh well, I'm on here, and this is they change their stance on this, and I don't care about that,
Meanwhile,
no principles.
we're like, your philosophy's wrong. I'm like, what?
Yeah, principles, like it just it's so important,
Like rubbing alcohol is for outer wounds, drinking alcohol is for inner wounds.
Aw, there you go.
I'm almost done with my second one, and I have a very native liver. It's low tolerance.
Oh, okay. All right. No, that's
we're
catch up.
We're European. We got Irish and Polish.
I'm Irish, so
I have a Wisconsin husband, so.
Oh my God. Okay, so you met him on Tinder, you said, or you found him on Tinder, and then how? Okay, so you were in Alaska and he was in Wisconsin, or were you in Wisconsin doing other things, and then you met him?
I was in Michigan. I was in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So I went to school at Michigan Tech, and so did he. But he had already graduated by then. He's like 4 years older than me. But he was visiting for a mountain bike race. And we just happened to meet, and then he kept visiting each weekend to come see me. And so it was really sweet. And he had a motorcycle.
Oh,
ooh,
I've never been on a motorcycle. I'm so afraid to be on a motorcycle.
Money to feed me.
Oh, that's also big.
I was a starving college student.
I'm so hungry.
I was like, I'm hungry.
Yeah,
You
you're
have a
handsome.
motorcycle,
I
you
think
take
this
me
is
out
gonna
to dinner. Oh yeah, and then another thing, he had bigger quads than me. Like, so he was more muscular than I was because I was a varsity college athlete, and so it was hard to find men stronger than me. And I was like, oh, this is a man. Like, you know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So
That's awesome.
You'll have bigger quads than me. That's on my Tinder.
yeah, that was a thing. He lifted heavier than I did, and I was just like, wow, okay.
Oh my gosh. So when you go to the gym, are you doing like deadlifts and like big squats with like the weights on you and stuff and all that jazz? Like,
Not those little machines and stuff. You know.
are you doing free weights?
Yeah.
You're doing the free
Yes.
weights and
So free weights. I also do CrossFit too for fun, and
okay.
I haven't done any competitions.
No.
But so I try to do CrossFit because like I want to train harder so that I can go like sheep hunting and mountain goat hunting with my husband, and that's very that takes a lot of endurance, and you're lifting heavy packs across mountains, and the terrain is like this.
People
Wow.
hunt goats.
Wait. I only know this from Minecraft. You have to jump, you have to break a lot of blocks to jump up.
No, you can't just go up.
The goats are up high. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yeah,
Whoa.
they're way up there. Same with we have sheep, like Dall sheep. They have like the curled horns.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and that's some really intense terrain. And you have to lift heavy for miles up mountains on intense terrain.
You guys
It's
are
a
out there
lot.
killing everything.
Oh my gosh. But using all of it.
We're
But
hungry.
using all of
Yeah.
it, it's an aggressive climate. I understand.
Was it okay?
Yeah.
So the difference from going, say, from Alaska, where you were in a small town, to say Wisconsin. Now, when you were in Wisconsin, was there more like readily available as far as
I mean,
like
the weather's
you
about
know?
the same, but yeah.
But like oh, there's a Walmart right there. You know, like were things a lot closer to you when you were there, or were you in the middle of nowhere? Because I don't really know Wisconsin very well and where you were.
Yeah, so Wausau is pretty urban.
Okay.
I would say. I mean, it's not like Madison and Milwaukee, but we were right around the corner from there. It's a pick and save. Yeah, so.
I imagine it being like our little city.
Was it hard to
Because
go
it's a
back
small city.
then and not have? I mean, and I don't know what in your town you have like as far
She
as
said small city, so it's
Small
like,
city,
I imagine
okay.
it's like Erie.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I said where we live.
But was it hard to go back? And I mean, I don't know. Do you have like where? Why am I acting like she lives in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, you imagine.
I'm imagining.
You're in a
I'm
village.
still in third grade. Okay,
No, you're
I'm
imagining
sorry. I'm
igloos
still
everywhere.
I'm still in third grade, and you guys are living in huts.
Okay, well, like out in the villages,
that's-
they don't have
but
grocery
that-
stores, but here they do.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Where
grocery
I am.
stores, but like fast food, like Uber, like you can get like, DoorDash and stuff. Like how many
Yeah.
McDonald's
You
do you
can do that
guys
here.
have? Like, okay. I'm so sorry. And it's
No,
not,
it's okay.
it's not just about Alaska. It's about everywhere. Like,
No, yeah,
everywhere.
We were
I'm
talking
like,
from Raja from India, and we were like, so.
yeah. But my brain's still like, I remember the first time we drove to Pittsburgh and I saw the city and I was like,
Yeah,
oh
'cause
my gosh,
Pittsburgh-
like it's a big
coming
city.
from here, Pittsburgh creeps up on you. You turn a corner, and then there's just the
Yeah.
city.
But I'm like, whoa, there's this big, huge city. And then I saw like other cities, and I'm just like, oh, there's other like big, tall skyscrapers.
There's a lot of them,
Lots
yeah.
of skyscrapers in the middle places. And I don't know why I as a kid, I always thought it was
It's
only
just
like
New York
and
and
LA were the only places that had big skyscrapers, and the rest of us were just living in tiny little towns or cities, So I
Yeah.
don't know. Gosh, I'm sorry. Here comes the cat.
No,
again.
it's okay. But no, we have like conveniences and stuff here in the
Okay.
valley. When I was growing up, it was a lot smaller, but we have like fast food and it's fast.
Okay.
It's
So
growing
it's
really
not like
fast.
you went to college and then you came back and you're like, oh shit, now I gotta like go hunt for my stuff now again.
I gotta
Like-
go club seals again.
I can
Back
go
to seal
clubbing.
clubbing.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more opportunity to do that here, and I really try to do that because I feel like it's far more ethical to get my own food than
Oh,
to
for sure.
participate in the food industry.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it, and it's a lot more accessible here. in the lower 48, when I was in Wisconsin, we would deer hunt and pick some berries. But here, there's a lot more animals and fish. So they're
reminds me
freezing.
of your sister. You know what that? You know what I'm feeling like I'm talking to Dave's sister right now because I love your sister.
She's very handy.
Yeah, but seriously, like she's so smart and just this is what I do and this is why I do it and yeah, I feel very I'm sorry, I may have had one beer too many.
Perfect.
Oh, that's okay. I'm right behind you.
This is how I feel when we hang out with people. I'm like, dang, I wish this was like we were sitting, in a living room together. I feel like we are, but I really someday would love to hang out with you. Do you ever travel away from that part of the country, like to the East Coast-ish?
That's an interesting story. So I now work for Spike Cohen with You Are the Power.
Yeah.
And so I will be traveling a lot more to different events and representing You Are the Power and promoting it and working with Spike on some of the stuff. So like when he went down to Manatee County in Florida, I helped him with that and reading the bills when he was talking against the Sanctuary of the Unborn bill. So I was on the phone with him talking over the bill. We had a attack plan and he came up with what he was going to say, but that's how I help him, and also his social media and other things like that. So there will be a lot more opportunities.
He is such a sharp dude. I feel retarded talking to him. He's been on our show twice, and I'm like, how do you even deal with us? Like I don't want to like put him up on a pedestal. But he's very personable.
He's really personable, and he's
smart
really
and funny, and it's like
he is very smart.
And I was like,
he's a good talker, Dave.
He talks good.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting working for him, and I try to keep up with him, and he's such a know-it-all sometimes, and I'm just like, wow, how do you know all this?
How'd you get
and
there?
Like, I know he's got like 10 years on me or something, but like even still, I'm just like, God, of course you know about this.
It's because he's one of God's chosen people.
Oh, he's one of God's chosen people. That's right.
Kind of comes with the. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I love.
I know he's a Jew, but
I love that he
has such a good sense of humor. I love he went to that gun shoot or whatever, and he's holding the rocket launcher, and he's like, mean this or whatever, and he's like, bazooka Jew. That's my fucking shit. I'm like showing all my friends. I'm like, you don't know who this is, but he's Jewish, and he said bazooka Jew.
Yeah.
He's funny. Yeah, like some of our meetings, I'm like dying, and I'm like, okay, we actually have to
do some work.
Get this done. But he's so funny. He's quick-witted too, which is great, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah,
but, it's such a joy working for him and the team, and we work well together, and we're really excited about the stuff we're rolling out for this year. We've done some stuff in the previous year, but this year we're like, oh man, there's some big stuff coming, and we're so excited with You're the Power.
And we're not talking about Ben Shapiro, Jamie.
This is a better Jew.
Dave's like,
oh my God.
Okay, so Dave, he's like, who's that little Jewish guy that I listen to? I'm like, Ben Shapiro.
I just listened to his podcast until I couldn't anymore.
Yeah, because Dave got these headphones, these things for work because he works in a shop, and so but they're earmuffs that are okay to like block out the noise, but he can listen to stuff.
And so I got way into podcasts.
First he listened to music, and then he's like, I'm going to listen to podcasts, and he's like, I'm going to listen to all the podcasts, like I'm going to listen to Republican podcasts too, just to hear what they're saying, and then after a while he's like, I can't listen to that shit anymore.
No, I just listen to hardcore history.
Yeah, but then you got way into what's his face?
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, I got way into Jordan Peterson. And I kind of
yes, 3M work tunes. Yeah, yep. 3M. Yeah, yep. Yes, Katie, she is the actual Eskimo Libertarian. Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
Wow. So I'm really excited just at the thought of you teaming up with Spike and doing stuff, and this is the kind of energy, like, because you're like a get involved kind of person, we're like let's hang out with everybody and just you've had a tough week, let's all just talk about it, but you're like the let's get out there and do it. And I am real excited at the thought that you might even come closer to the East Coast, just a smidge.
We'll find you.
So.
If you're following Spike, I know there's rallies and stuff.
So we can hang out. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? No, she's like, I'm gonna go quit my job now.
No, I'm really excited. There's a couple of things that we have lined up. We haven't finalized our schedule yet.
Sure.
But I've thought about doing even a month-long road trip and hitting as many states as I could with events, and just event here, fundraiser there, help with this candidate here, do some help collect signatures here, and just keep going along and help as many people and meet as many people as I can, because I'm way up here.
I am. Hold on, I got to put this hood up for Raja, just so Raja knows.
Raja wants Mary to cover her
Raja
face.
needs me to cover up at all times. So Raja, look at me. I usually wear a scarf around the house though, because I like to wear a tank top.
Yeah.
But I want my neck to stay warm, so I wear a scarf. But I like
her arms are totally exposed,
my arms are
Raja.
just
They're just out there for everybody to see.
I've got some ankle showing right now.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. We have to end it. No, I'm joking. I have to ask you, though, I know you're super busy, but do you have, when you have downtime, do you read?
Watching?
Do you watch? What are you... Do you Netflix, Hulu? There's so many different streaming platforms now. So, what's your thing if you have one?
Yeah, I do. Right now, I have Amazon Prime, and we're going through the show House. I've watched it before, but I'm rewatching it.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Yeah, and I really like that show.
I can't. I'm kind of a hypochondriac sometimes, but yet I watch Grey's Anatomy, so how can I say but I still get super anxious. I'm everybody's dying, we're all dying, everyone's dying.
We all have lupus.
Right?
So House, all right, but I should try to watch that though, because I've heard it's really, really good.
My favorite.
Otherwise, I also play video games too. I gotta watch season 2 of The Witcher.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
For the plot.
For the plot.
The plot.
That's what Alan says.
Alan, are you here? It's the plot. It's the plot.
But yeah, I also play video games too if I'm not watching shows.
Okay.
I have trouble watching movies, but I will watch shows. I'll binge watch shows. I have trouble watching movies.
It's hard to commit.
I play, right?
But you can commit to 4 hours of a series.
Scrubs. I wondered, okay, now I was going to ask, because you have the headphones on and then the mic, and I was going to ask you, are those gamer headphones that you're wearing right now?
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually borrowing this from my sister, but I do game, League of Legends is mainly what I do. I also play other games too, any of the Total Wars, so Rome Total War, Medieval Total War, world domination games. I know, ironic from a libertarian, but
just
really
for the feel. Yeah.
Know your enemy.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm borrowing this set from my sister though. She does a lot more gaming than I do. But yeah, League of Legends is probably the big one that we like to play together. So.
League of Legends.
I'm not sure what that is. We're a Minecraft family.
Yeah, League of Legends is a 5v5. You're trying to get to the nexus of the other team and destroy it. Oh. And you have different roles and
capture the flag.
That sounds fun. That sounds super fun to me.
It's extremely stressful and awful and toxic, and I don't know why I keep doing it. Yeah. It just ruins my life, but I'm addicted.
But that's how I unwind.
Problem that's coming out to you guys. I'm sorry.
Beer almost came out of my nose. I don't know why I do it. It's so toxic. I love it.
I know, right?
I know, though, right? That's fun. Yeah. Is that something then you were always into gaming? Or was your husband into gaming? Or you both were and then you fell into it together?
So I mainly do more of the gaming. In fact, in college, I did a lot of gaming, a little too much. But I did do some tournaments and cosplay, and I would win money, and that's how I paid for some of my textbooks. But
oh my gosh,
I did it a little too much.
That's okay, right?
So you're cosplaying.
I've never done cosplay. Oh. Yeah, I don't.
They do all right on the Instagram.
Yeah, On the Instagram,
Yeah.
because we're old and we
I
say
follow
between.
I follow a few pages on the Instagram where the girls be cosplaying.
And the YouTubes and the Facebook.
That's what my husband says, but he's older than me. Yeah, I have an older man, so.
Oh yeah, me too. He's a whole 1 year and 1 month older than me. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, who
Yeah,
was your
it's
favorite
a lot of
character? Who was your favorite character? Katie wants to know.
For cosplaying or for League of Legends? Because for both,
That'd be fun.
my best cosplay was when I was Pool Party Leona. So there's this character named Leona, and there's a certain skin that she has, and it's called Pool Party Leona, and that has been my best cosplay. And normally Leona is like this big armored warrior woman, and then she has like this pool party skin, and she's like out on the beach, and it's nice, and she has like an umbrella instead of a sword, and like a surfboard instead of a shield.
I like that because that's like rugby version and then feminine version.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So
and it's really simple cosplay too.
Okay, I was gonna say then, do you make your own
Because some people do some shit.
I mean, do you make your own stuff? Like how?
Yes.
I can't even figure. I barely got a costume together this year.
No, luckily we went to Spirit, and
I'm
it was
a
like
scarecrow.
that fits Dave.
Oh yeah,
which
well
is
that
huge.
yes,
a costume that fits me is like okay, it's sold. And then Mary had a matching one, so we were like Pharaoh and Cleopatra or whatever.
Yeah. Which
It
was
was
a
pretty hot.
ton of fun. It did.
Hot.
It looked really good. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
we went to the grocery store first, get some snacks for the party, and we got Pharaoh and Cleopatra there. That was
Everyone's
rad.
like, "Oh my gosh, hi guys!" I'm like, "Hey." I had like this black wig on, and Dave had like eyeliner on and this big like pharaoh head thing, and it was just like really.
I was king.
It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. So.
I'm glad my husband will dress up with me too, and we like to dress up together.
Oh, that's fun.
And like our first Halloween, we were Calvin and Hobbes. It was really cute.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
Calvin and Hobbes. Oh my gosh, I love I've loved Calvin and Hobbes forever. I used to get up in the morning and my mom would have the comics out for me, like, with my little cereal there, and I'm like, Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, so we do stuff like that.
Oh, that is so fun. That is so fun.
Oh, she was talking to you.
Crystal said about my.
On our
stream. Remember on our
Okay.
stream we did.
Oh yeah. But on the stream, you were a scarecrow,
On the stream.
What's his name?
I did not want to wear my
you didn't wanna
Halloween
ruin
outfit on stream because we were going to a
'Cause we
party
get
the next
messy
day.
sometimes.
And my dress was white mostly, and I was afraid I'd spill like something on it. So I told Dave, I'm like, we got to be something else for the stream, but we're not going to be matching. This is very last minute. I was a scarecrow,
I was Alan.
and he was Alan from The Hangover. Our friend
I had a
let
baby
us
on
borrow,
my chest for the whole stream.
Yeah, the baby carrier and a pretend baby doll.
That was fun.
Nice.
So I want to. We always go to food, and I do want to just. I know we talked about food, but when you're going to go out,
interesting.
Mm-hmm. When you go out to eat, when you say like, you know what, we're not going to cook at home. What do you say? Like, oh, I'm in the mood for this, or I have my favorite place is this, and you have a favorite entree or just a favorite place because they serve XYZ. What is it?
Yeah. If I'm not counting calories, I love breakfast foods like chocolate chip pancakes and skillets. But then I also love ordering a milkshake with it. So
yeah,
that's all dessert. Like we'll go out and like I'm gonna have like a burger or something. And the kid's gonna have like pancakes. I'm like, that's dessert. You're not having food. You're having dessert.
Yeah, they're like pouring all the syrup onto it. You said skillets. Skillets? What skillets? What are skillets?
You cook it
skillets?
up in a pan.
No.
Home like fries, like the cubed up.
Oh, okay, the home fries.
Potatoes, and then and then
like
real
breakfast.
Eggs.
Yeah, that's real breakfast shit right there.
Yeah, we have this thing called reindeer sausage that a lot of places serve. So reindeer sausage and cheese and eggs and home fries, and it's
traumatize our kids.
They'd be like, "Oh my gosh, is this Donner? Is it Blitzen?"
Yeah, he's really good. Which you know what's really funny about like Santa's reindeer? So during that time of the year, around Christmas, most male reindeer don't have their antlers at that time. It's mainly the females and the pregnant females that have their antlers. So
that's
Santa's
hilarious.
reindeer are all female.
Whoa!
Hilarious!
So that means
oh my gosh.
all the male reindeer out there blowing a few bucks. Like, sorry, that was terrible. There was like a
Dave.
joke.
Oh gosh.
Because the joke was like, what are all the female?
This is why I'm not running this election.
what are all the female reindeer doing while the male reindeer
they're blowing a few bucks. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I gotta say, well,
the longer you say, the worse it's gonna get.
Yeah.
You can leave it anytime.
Crystal said, and I just thought of this. Do you, what was the show? Parks and Rec. Have you watched Parks and Recreation with Ron Swanson?
I've seen some. Yeah, okay. I've seen some parts of it, but yeah, some of the jokes with Ron Swanson and his
character, is the best. But I just thought about the eggs and bacon today, and I was laughing because I was like, I want all the eggs and bacon you have.
That you have.
You may have heard that I want a lot of eggs and bacon, but I want all the eggs and bacon. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's a lot of eggs and bacon.
We've worked in restaurants, and there's a lot of eggs and a lot of bacon back there.
Yeah, that's how Dave and I met. We worked at a restaurant together, and there was a lot of eggs and a lot of bacon for one person. But there was a breakfast buffet, and I would see people with like plates of bacon between the two of them, just like a mountain.
Like it's a competition
of bacon just sitting there, But I
might be like that if I wasn't if I didn't get sick from bacon, but
true. So what are the things that when you guys go out, what are you looking for? What are you doing? Where are you going? Like as a family, what's around? Bowling? Have you guys gone bowling yet?
No, we have not gone bowling. We spend a lot more time outside when we go out and do stuff. I mean, we're camping with the little one. We've got all the baby camping gear to make sure she's all bundled up, and I throw her on my back. And I wish we'd gotten more pictures of this, but I will be out there dip netting, and she's on my back. And dip netting is you have this really long pole. I mean, it's really long, and then you have this big hoop that's 5 feet in diameter, and you're catching salmon with it. And so I'm in the river practically with her on my back catching salmon, and I run to shore whenever I catch a salmon, and my husband's getting the salmon out, and I go back in there, and she's back there just babbling or whatever. So I am out there actively killing animals with her on my back and showing her how to cut them up.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And please tell me that you're wearing animal skins, or is it just regular Dick's Sporting Goods stuff?
It depends. I do have really nice waders, but I do wear this neck thing, a gaiter, and it's made from muskox fur, and it's the warmest fur in the world, the fiber, and it's even warmer than alpaca, and so I'll wear that, and then I also have beaver stuff, beaver ruff gloves, so. I do have skins, but yeah, that's awesome.
Because I see your profile picture on your actual profile. You have that big furry thing, and I'm like, I we should have those.
I know we should.
We are in the snow capital of the U.S. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We might even beat you. I don't know. You might just be cold. I don't know if you get the levels of snow that we get. It's ridiculous. We get feet of
probably
snow.
Not.
Yeah, we get.
Yeah, we probably don't get those levels.
We get
I know. Valdez gets a lot of snow. That would be the contender for snow. Okay. But yeah, we don't get as much snow as you guys, most likely.
So I should have one of those furry collar. That'd be so rad.
I would, yeah. But do you guys do you know what is Dick's Sporting Goods all over the place? Because you just said do you have a Dick's?
Oh yeah.
Do you have a Dick's Sporting Goods?
We do not. We do have Cabela's. We only recently got Cabela's. Okay. We do have Sportsman's Warehouse. We recently got Bass Pro Shops, but other than that, it was people ordering stuff online or sewing and making stuff. A lot of people have parkas up here, homemade parkas.
But you've heard of Dick's.
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
That could sound weird if you
yeah,
haven't.
If you haven't heard of it, and Dave's like, "You got that dick stuff on?"
Oh my god. This is way different than the birds and bees talks.
Right? We were in Pittsburgh visiting his sister the one day, and this was years ago.
Russia, you need to calm down.
And we're driving through one of the strip mall areas there, and I was like, "Wow, your dick's is huge." And I didn't realize until after it came out, but it had a second story. Ours doesn't have a second story, but theirs was big.
Large dicks?
Large dicks.
Oh yeah. So but see, that's what I just wonder if people know what that is.
We don't have dicks anywhere here. We lost our dicks.
Okay, so did we talk about shows? Did we talk about the shows?
Yeah, she's watching the hospital show.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, the house. Like, get off the dicks, Mary. Oh shit, I said it again. Okay, we'll delete this so when you run.
Sorry, you can't share this with your friends.
We'll delete this.
No, I'm going to start cutting these out and sharing them as podcasts.
Oh, no.
Actual podcasts. We've never podcast before.
No.
I'll never be able to run for office.
Yeah.
That's what we do to people.
No. We've had some real fun conversations, with folks, and it just...
It devolves.
It gets weird sometimes.
So I should go to bed because I do have to work in a few hours.
Okay. I don't want to keep you any longer, but I want to stay and hang out.
It's just going to get worse.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you for coming on. I hope you'll come back and talk to us again.
For sure. I would love to. I mean, I don't have shows on Friday anymore, so whenever, let me know. And as long as I have adequate time ahead of time to book a babysitter if I need to or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'd love to.
Let everybody know once again what you're doing, what you want them to go check out, type of stuff, so that they know where to go and help out. Yeah.
I probably have your Facebook page here. Let me see.
So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I just downloaded Getter just to try it out, but it's not.
I heard some stuff.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I just tried it out, because it's up and coming and Joe Rogan's on there. I'm like, okay, I should probably go on there and check it out.
Yeah.
So I am on Getter. I'm also on MeWe. I'm not on MeWe as much. I did download Float, so I am on Float.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's where you can find. Just look up Eskimo Libertarian, and I'm on there. I will be rolling out stuff about You Are the Power. That stuff isn't ready to be released yet, but once it is, I'll be letting people know. But I am working with Spike Cohen on releasing You Are the Power. It's going to be a really great project. I'm super excited. We'll be doing even more activism, the stuff that he's been doing, where he travels across the U.S. I will possibly be traveling across the U.S. fighting and getting stuff repealed, and promoting that libertarian solution. And yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I do have a fundraiser on my page for Kids Cupboard. That is a program here, a nonprofit organization that feeds hungry children in Alaska, because that is a really big issue up here, and we need to help this program not rely on the government for grants. We need to be more self-sufficient in helping our children in our community. So that is what I'm promoting there, and that's where you can find me.
Thank you so much. Dave is going to check out. He wants to get the link there to put into the
I shared your Facebook page. If you go to the Facebook page, it's a pinned post at the top of it where you're talking about that.
This was so much fun. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you for
Thank
spending your time with us. I'm so glad, because I had fun too. The comment section, I believe, also had a good time. I was checking in with them once in a while. Dave and I check in here and there.
For sure. And next time you want me on, my husband will go ammo shopping again.
And he's like,
more than happy.
Darn, I gotta go ammo shopping again.
I just love that shopping.
Yeah.
What else do you have?
You're welcome anytime. Honestly. I thank you so much.
Sounds great.
This was great. Thank you.
Right, good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute and fun. This was a great time. I really like talking to her. And that she's so active in her community, you know. She's like, I'm not just sitting here. She gets out there and does stuff. Jay,
is that a meme?
Buffalo.
Because I've seen what's his name from Biting the Bullet? It's the crazy one. But he's been doing, guys, I'm starting to think, like on Twitter, like every time I open Twitter, it's guys, I'm starting to think that the government isn't working on our behalf. Raja.
It's like, is it okay now?
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead, Raja.
Now it's okay.
It's fine.
Now we're done with the interview. We can talk about syrup on titties. That's fun. Typo. Yes.
Oh,
Typo
there we
has been
go.
doing all that shit. Cece's on Twitter. Cece's strong on Twitter. What is your name on Twitter, Cece? Everybody else should follow you because you got a lot of stuff going on. It's Slavic dumpling right now, I think. Is that what it is? Typos, yeah. I read about your nurse comment.
I didn't. I don't get to read all the comments, you know.
Raja,
I read a few comments, but I'm trying to listen to the guest, and it's hard to like read all the comments while I'm listening to the guest.
I'm gonna go pee in the sink.
We're not going to problematic. Is Alan still here? Slavic dumpling. Oh, sorry guys. That was directly into the, you know. Oh gosh, all the belches now are coming out. She's so much fun and she's so nice, y'all, right? Like just so.
I hope she has fun.
I do too. I hope she'll come back. Because I don't know what happened. I think that last beer just was like, woo, Mary. Woo, and I'm like, hey, let's talk about dicks. Talk about Dick's store. I mean, you know, not the Dick store, but like Dick's Sporting Goods, you know. No, but I
Mary just cannot get off a dick.
Can't stop talking about dicks. I was a little goofy, you know, so. But you guys know me. And she knows me. She knows us. She has been here. She's watched. She knows what's up. What?
She knew what she was getting.
Yeah, she knew. Yeah. Gosh, that was fun though. And how interesting. I mean, I feel like I'd probably die if I was up there. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I was thinking, like, man, if I had to, like, get out there and, like, shoot my own food, whew. I don't know. We should make that a show where Mary goes to visit Eskimo and learns.
Yeah, you do that, and me and Derek will go ghost hunting.
Okay, and I'm gonna go to Alaska and figure out how to shoot my own food and like prep it and stuff. That'd be something. That would be something. I tell you what. Yeah, sing time, Donmar. You know. Hey, Katie, we're playing the Pats. Buffalo's playing the Pats.
Patriots
On Saturday, tomorrow, 8:15.
I think it's fine. I know the Patriots are good, and it's going to determine whether Buffalo's good enough to proceed, and that's how it goes.
I was having trouble. Can you take this lid off? I was having trouble getting the. Oh, okay. I was like, see, oh no, it was just me and my weak ass hands.
Yeah.
Woo, let's go Buffalo, right? Yeah, go Buffalo. Katie, we love you. You know that.
Yeah, but everybody hates the Patriots except for Patriots fans.
Oh no. I feel like my oh my gosh, so I'm watching this show. I just started last night at 2 a.m. after you left for work.
Dude, Justin, you think it's rigged too? Because I think it is. I think there's so many rules. It's just like the U.S. government. Pick and choose, and you get to determine who the winner is.
I know though.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
And then,
I feel it.
Follow the money. The sports books, follow the money.
Sports ball. Sports books. Yeah, yep. No, it is. It's true though, because there's something they could miss or something they could see, and then just call it.
It's the fucking WWF. Yeah, it's the same shit. Everybody enjoys the story. Enjoy the storyline.
Do you have the outfit? You should get. Oh. Yeah.
Fireman.
Oh yeah. I know, and now I'm sad to say that Tampa Bay is making me mad.
Now we hate Tampa Bay.
No, I'm watching this show. It's with Paul Rudd. It's an old. They put it out a few years ago, maybe probably, but whatever. But it's called Living with Yourself. There's only like one season of it, but anyway, so he goes into the spa, so because he wants to get, but it's like word of mouth only. Like someone has to have already been a client in order for you to become a client. It's like super expensive, and he's nervous about going in, but then he sees Tom Brady walk out, and he's like, "Are you Tom Brady?" And he's like, "Have you been here before?" And he's like, "6th time," But then you find out that there's like cloning and all that, and I don't want to say it in case anybody else.
What are you talking about?
The show I started watching last night with Paul Rudd.
They're cloning Tom Brady?
No, well, in the show.
Oh. All right, bye, Jay.
Bye, Jay. Let's go Buffalo. Woo!
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, threw it off right at the beginning.
Yeah, he did.
Because I don't know. I feel like when I put on a hat, I feel like I look like Muslim or something. Like.
You still work for Tampa Bay? Are you okay? All right, I believe. Yeah. Mike Tampa Bay. Trampa Bay.
Did I just drink a whole Yingling?
No, you opened mine.
Oh, you took mine. That's what happened. Okay.
I did. Mm-hmm. I only had 2 of these. How many did you have?
The other ones.
You drank all the other ones?
Probably.
Okay.
They're all gone.
Yeah.
I have 1, 2.
Charles.
Possibly.
Charles, how are you? Tell me how you're doing.
Allahu Akbar. Or I could be any of them.
Well, I mean, sometimes you do. Look, if you have, you could be. It's a little, you need to darken the beard more, Mm-hmm.
The other one.
This
you know how many there are.
Scrolling.
I drink the rest.
Yeah.
I just love that. Here's my plan: is I'm going to download all of our streams. I'm going to cut out the interviews.
I'm just going to eat a bunch of snacks and cheer. Woo!
I'm going to make the interviews a podcast.
Oh.
And it's going to sound like so much better than
just the interview parts. Yeah.
Because I mean, sometimes the interviews get sloppy at the end.
But it's usually talking about?
As soon as we cut off from the guest, it's a fucking mess.
Seth, what's
and
going on?
they'll miss all that.
Yeah, if you just take out the interview part,
you'll think that we're professionals.
Yeah. So snacks for tomorrow night. I decided I was going to make soup the other day, and then I was like, no, I'm saving it for Saturday because it's 18 degrees right now. It's going to be so cold. Like, that's a good soupy day, like potato soup, But we need something else. What are we going to do? I want to have like...
soups and breads.
Yeah.
Chili, stew. Mm-hmm. That's that shit.
Stew. One. Hello, Juan.
Oh, I can do friends again.
Yeah, you can. Bye, Raja.
Hello, Juan.
This brownie needs to bounce for office. I love my kids. Let me put my hood up for Raja since I don't have my scarf on.
You should probably wear both.
Love you, Raja. Have a good day. I'm going to stay nice and warm.
Dark Lord Stout? Mm-hmm. That sounds intimidating.
Ooh, that sounds...
I like a milk stout. I like Left Hand Brewing milk stout, and I like...
Makes me pot pies
Southern
for
Tier stout. Those are my 2 favorites.
Pot pies are yum. Pot pies. Yes. Stew with cornbread. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting hungry. Oh, I love good recipes. Tried and true recipes, send them to me, please. Seriously. Yeah. Look at me. I feel like what's her face?
Should break the news about Tuesday.
Well, not break it. Just, go Kansas City. You mean go Buffalo Bills. That's what you mean, Juan, right? Woo!
Are you drinking the same?
What?
Yeah, that's our go-to. Mary likes the 2X IPA. That's usually but it's too dangerous. You like the regular IPA. But Southern Tiers are shit.
Oh, Charles. That is some deep thoughts. What if the Rona was Mother Nature's way to cleanse the earth, but modern science stopped it?
So Tuesday we might lean off of the anarchy for a little bit. Next week on Friday night there is going to be an after party, and next week on Friday night our regular stream we might have a flat earther.
So try to be kind of nice, even though we already told him everyone's going to be talking shit. But
he wanted to come on, and I'm like, that'll be interesting. So we might talk to a flat earther on Friday. We'll have an after party. But Tuesday night we might stop the float exclusives or toggle them.
Sip it.
But I think we want to reconnect with Liberty Memes Patreon group. We want to go back in there and kind of meet some of the people that we've been missing out on. And we're going to try that out for a little bit, just to get away and change it up a little.
Yeah, because we changed it up from there. We were doing that, and then we came. So I think for a little while we're gonna.
Nothing he's not used to. That's what I figure. Like, we're going to be civil. The comment section is going to be savage, and we're going to find a good middle ground. Mostly, what I want to figure out is, like, how do you get there? Like, you're not gonna flip me.
To the flatty.
You're not gonna flip me, but I want to know, like,
I don't know. I can't remember his name.
How do you reject everything and just be like, the Earth's flat? I'm interested. It's going to be a
I'm
good
curious.
conversation.
I'm curious. Wait, I keep tilting my Holy 90s.
No.
Oh.
I want to see Bill's Green Bay. So us
that'd be fun.
and Ryan can be like friendly.
In a friendly kind of way.
It's David something.
Yeah.
He's got Dave. He's Dave something.
It begins with the S afterwards. Show me some evidence. That's all I ask. I'm not going to insult them or anything. It's like, I'm really
it's like,
curious.
Really, I want to have a conversation as a person.
Too.
Like, not even, like, I don't care about your proof. You're not going to really change anything. But, like, how do you get there? how do you decide to reject everything and everybody's lying to you and this is what's real? Yeah. I'm curious about that.
I think, it's Seth. I think Nightmare flies off the rails.
What's that?
With just too much anarchy. Nightmare gets too crazy, so we're gonna.
Like, I still, and it's not gonna be like every Tuesday, but I want to kind of like. I feel like that's our where we were born.
Yeah.
And I want to like reconnect with that group because there's a lot of new people and we'd like to get to know them and also promote what David's doing.
But there's
a
bunch of new people that I know I have not met.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
know,
what I'm saying. That's exactly what it said.
I want to get to know the folks, and I've been terrible at social media lately. I'm like, I post stuff, I don't respond. I click on it, I might respond to other people's stuff, and then they respond and I don't respond, and I've just been this awful lurker, like a real bad lurker lately. Yeah. I just I'm scrolling and I smile at things. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, why don't you click a button, Mary? And I'm like, I don't know. I get worried. What if I click the wrong button? What if I accidentally laugh react something that's not funny? Like, oh, it's your sweet grandma and she just died, and I laugh reacted because my thumb is fat.
Wild.
Yeah. So, social media drains you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I started disconnecting. I disconnected from the podcast. And then I kind of disconnected from social media just enough to promote. But it's like my friends are there, and I don't want to be away from them. We still do our streams, but I'm like, other than that, I was like off. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! Oh, yay, Mike! Let us know when you're coming up. We'll make sure to be available. Okay, seriously, Adam. I can't even believe you won tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, you got.
I'm happy for you.
Nicolas Cage.
Do you know what
mug,
you
man.
won? You won that National Treasure Nicolas Cage mug.
I'm gonna try to get everything out pretty soon. I gotta wait for a bigger paycheck.
Oh, look at Cece has that fear too. Oh, good, I'm not the only one that has that fear. Yeah, and my OCD's been a little worse lately, and so I'm just like, it makes it more difficult for me. Yeah. Yep.
Yes, Sunday night.
Disappointed Jersey though.
So definitely Sunday night we'll be watching Moving with Richard Pryor. That's
Moving!
Gonna be fun.
Oh my gosh!
Over here on Float.
I love that movie. Yep. Disconnect from the show. I'm a lost soul. We're not disconnecting from the show. Nope, never. Nope. We'll be here in some way, shape, or form. But just my scrolling. I'll scroll and I'm like, oh, look at that dog. I can't click anything, so I don't have to stare at it for a while and make sure I click the right emoji, because OCD, it's...
All right, let's get me to bed. It's midnight.
What?
Yeah, it's midnight.
Okay.
I know we're going to munch on something.
I'm super munching.
You're going to munch on something.
I have that sub.
I have nothing. I'm sure there's something in the freezer. All right.
Oh, the toy. Oh, yeah. Oh, was it? Oh, wait. Was it Richard Pryor? Was he?
Yeah, he was the toy.
Was he in the movie? Okay. Yeah. All right.
The bats beat the bats. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out. If you're new,
Katie will still
like,
love you.
comment, follow, subscribe, do
Yeah.
all the things.
Come back and watch a movie with us, guys. We'll
Yeah.
see you on
Go on
Tuesday.
Float. You get a crypto
11
wallet.
p.m.
You
Float
saw
is
Aaron
awesome.
send us $10 for streaming. That was awesome.
I've been thinking about them. Like, how are they doing? What have they been up to?
Yeah, they've
you
been
know,
living
like,
in a trailer,
yeah.
just traveling around. It
What?
was awesome. Yeah. I don't think they have a home.
They're
they have animals.
they're doing the things we want to do.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's exciting. All right, love you guys.
We'll see you later.
Thanks for
Which
being
one's the
here.
outro? There it is.
Mwah.
Good night.
I don't like your T-Series. Nothing personal, kid. But I must go all out. Just this once. Bob's or Vagana, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, T-Series. I'm here to spill the real tea. You tryna dethrone me from spot on number one, but you in the year you lose. So best think you haven't won. When I'm through with you, we're gonna be completely fucking done. Cause we only just begun. I review you. 0 5-ish gone. So come on, T-Series. Looking hungry for some drama. Here, let me serve you bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series just whip himself in their pajamas. So who the hell is Bob and why you wanna kiss him? Ew. I'm a blue-eyed white dragon while you're just dark magician. Oof. You got a fifth of the population in your nation, but I got 9-year-olds the world's a whole, your defecation. Oops. Multipatlo, what the fuck is that even supposed to mean? Your language sounds like it come from a mumble rap community. No papa, yes papa, Johnny. Now download the sugar and let's throw this fucking party with some bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just wet in their pajama. Bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. You got a population of 1.32 billion, but most your videos can't seem to hit even a million. Support!
Magic potty baby, your bottle's all done. If potty training time will be so much fun. I help you with your training dance, you make me so proud. Your potty feels like magic, then it flushes out loud.
It's fun to help Magic Potty Baby learn to use her potty. Flush and you're ready for next time.
Magic potty baby, I'm so glad that you're mine.
Magic Potty Baby and her Magic Potty. No water, no mess. Batteries not included.